Hey everybody, I'm Joel Stottlemire. I'm the founder of Dryden House, and we are here today for the launch party for Big Damn Dryden. Big Damn Dryden is a role-playing game set in our science fiction Creative Commons universe, built by Nicholas Moll out of Owlman Press in Australia, and that smiling mug you see there in front of you is none other than Nicholas himself. Since we are a role-playing game and we're celebrating... Wow, I started playing over on the other channel. Woof! That was very annoying. All right, sorry, there was two of me for a minute, and suddenly I couldn't think anymore. Which answers the question, what would you do with your clone? I'd mute him. All right, so we are celebrating the launch of a role-playing game today, and we thought that the best way to do that would be to play the game with the founder. So playing with me tonight are Russell. Russell, you want to introduce yourself really quick?
Russell Sawyer, the founder and con coordinator for MoatCon this fourth year. The Dryden guys, Dryden House and Owlman Press have been very, I tell you, they've been outstanding as far as helping me with my convention. And seriously, everybody who's a role player or at all interested in Creative Commons work should definitely check out what they're doing.
Woohoo! I owe Russell $5. All right, and Russell has his Kickstarter running right now for MoatCon. You'll find the link. Hi there. You'll find the link on the YouTube page by the time we're done tonight. And Tracy Vincent is with me. Tracy, you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Tracy Vincent, and I'm an editor for Dryden House Publishing.
Awesome, and we will be the player characters. The other person we have here in the chat with us at the moment is Damien Roach. Damien, do you want to introduce yourself?
No, should I?
Damien wants you all to know that he has insecurities. Damien, why don't you go ahead and tell him who you are and how you're related to Dryden?
My name's Damien Roach, and I'm an author with the Dryden Experiment right now. I'm working on the Rise of the European anthology, and I have a couple of other things in the works.
Yes, and Damien is also associated with Nightmares, and Damien, I have wonderful news about Nightmares today involving Kitty Sarkozy. Dun 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 dun. So
that sounds cool.
Good news about Nightmares today. We had progress made today. And with all of that said, the person who is going to be our game master this evening is none other than Nicholas, almost PhD Moll. They're in Ballarat, Australia. Nick, why don't you introduce Owlman Press, its relationship with Dryden, and then get us on to the Let's Play part.
All right. Yeah, my name's Nicholas William Moll. I essentially call Owlman Press a small press publishing house, a one-man show with friends, and I'm very happy and stoked that those friends now include Dryden House. Joel has been wonderful in helping and throwing together Big Damn Dryden. It's kind of a nice collaborative, I guess it is. It's a big collaborative production between all of us. We've had play testing going on 2 continents, 2 locations in the United States, here in Australia as well, in Ballarat. And what we've put together is essentially a system that's derived from a role-play game that I wrote with my wife Stacy called Big Damn Sci-Fi, and that was a 2,000-word rulebook. The idea was to put out a very small, very succinct core book. And those rules have since been expanded and grown, and applied to the Dryden universe.
And just
sorry, that's my brother-in-law in the background.
I was going to say, I think Tracy's wife just walked into Nick's house, or Tracy's husband just walked into Nick's house. I was very confused. So just to leap in for a minute about how that is possible, that we are building a game in Dryden using Owlman rules. The Dryden universe is a Creative Commons universe, which basically says that provided that you are willing to let other people riff on what you build, use your characters and environments, you are free to use our characters and environments. So along with Damien and a dozen other authors, we have just been building this really fantastic science fiction universe. We got in a conversation with Nick, who had a really great science fiction role-playing game, and the rest is going to press today. I put the links to the e-version on the YouTube page and also here inside of the chat. Right now we have only released the electronic version. We have not released the print version today, but we will within the next 48 hours or so release the print version as well. And we're here to celebrate and party, and Chelsea Ann, who plays Posey with the Manhattan, Kansas group, has now joined us. So hi, Chelsea.
Hey guys.
It's awesome to see you tonight. So, Nick, why don't you get us started with the introduction to how you play Big Damn Sci-Fi, or Big Damn Dryden?
Well, let's take a step back before we start talking about how to play. Let's talk about, because the first step to any role-play game, any role-play session, is typically, if not a session in its own right, building characters. So Joel, Tracy, and Russell have all put together their own characters, and let's take the opportunity for them to introduce who are they playing tonight?
Okay, Tracy, you want to go first on that?
Sure. My character's name is Joanna Depp. Her alias is The Tool. So she's Joanna the Tool Depp. And do you want me to go with the skins next?
No, just give a bit of a general overview of who they are. You know, like if you've got, say, Adjuster, the bit of psychic acumen.
She represents the company. She's also indentured. So she pays them to own her. And she has an adjusted context skin, so she's pretty intuitive to how people are. And her parents, we did the histories, by the way. Her parents were corporate managers. They're dead. She was born in the mainline urban areas. She has a sister.
Yep.
She now lives in space on spaceships. Her husband is a bounty hunter. She has no children. And let's see. Oh, before she started as a representative of the corporation, she was in a research facility as a test subject. Dun 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 dun. And so she was a suspect at one point for a murder. And how she got involved in the corporation is that she took over someone's position who had a similar personality and skill set that she had, and and why that she's fulfilling some CEO's personal agenda, but we do not know this personal agenda.
Or what it is. So for those who haven't had a chance to have a look at the roleplay game yet, there is in the back of the book. Oh, is that showing up? That's kind of showing up. There is in the back of the book a character background generation set of rules. Not really rules, more guidelines. There's a long series of tables that you can roll on to sort of orientate your character into the Dryden universe. All right, Russell, go.
Go. All right. Character is Travis J. Silverheels. Friends call him
Wow,
Pedro.
that's a fantastic name.
It's one of my favorites. But I assure you, it's completely coincidental. He is a company man from the word go to the point where he's indentured all the way to 10. He's never getting out. And to the point where he's even bearing TerraCorp tattoos.
Oh, wow.
Do what?
So he's branded. He's fully branded.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's sold out to capitalist market pressures.
He is a gunslinger from the beginning of his youth. He's always had been around firearms of some sort, and he's a fellow born with grit. He speaks very little. He's very stoic, but when he has to speak, it's usually with a gun in his hand.
You find it more persuasive.
Yes. What lacks in charisma, he's found out that a good pistol makes up for.
Right.
All right. Now, both Russell and Tracy noted there that they're, and I'm talking to the people watching this now, so if I'm not looking at, or if I can't am looking at you, I don't know, cameras are new to me, they're weird. At any rate, Russell and Tracy both mentioned that they're company people, that they're owned by the company, that Russell's character, for instance, has the Terra Corp tattoo, he's got the brand on him. One of the things that makes that Big Damn Dryden has that few other roleplay games do is they have a shared trait called patron, and that's a shared trait between the whole group. So the group as a whole selects which of the big three corporations they work for, whether it be Lynn, the sort of venerable good guys of the Dryden universe, Cirque, the dirtiest players in the game, or Terra Corp, the inheritors of Earth. All right, Joel, who are you playing?
You know, the thing that I would add to that is that the selecting patrons from among the big three is only until the rules expansions begin to come out, and we start to find out who some of the other players are in the Dryden universe. I really look forward to being able to have IDF as my patron, because as loyal as Russell is to Terra, I am to IDF, except they don't exist yet. So, so let's just bait. My character's name is Lee Powell. And his alias is Papercut, because his primary weapon and secondary weapon, and the only weapon that he ever plays with, is the longsword. He's a prodigy in longsword, and he also took mad skills in the longsword. So as often as you see Russell with a pistol, you'll find Lee Powell with the longsword in his hand. Should Russell and I ever get into a fight, I hope it's at very close range. The one thing that's sort of interesting to note about my character is that I rolled a 1 for my intuition, and I describe myself as the half-cooked steak who got hold of the knife, because I rolled a 6 in both shatter and vitality. So I'm a side of beef with a knife, and that pretty much sums up my personality.
Fantastic.
I set myself at 6'6" and 300 pounds with a 6 in both shatter and vitality. Hey, there's Mr. Prickett. Welcome to the evening, Mr. Prickett. Mr. Prickett there was the first game master in the U.S. of Big Damn Dryden. He ran the first set of play sessions in Manhattan, and I believe continues to play with the Manhattan group. So we're excited to see Tim with us this evening.
Hello. All right.
All right, so that's me in a nutshell.
All right. So Big Damn Dryden is a D6-based system. So I've got I'll be doing the rolling tonight because, of course, playing digitally, we can't actually all see the dice. So hey, it's amazing how many sixes you can get when on D6 when no one else can see what you're rolling. So we'll be on the honor system tonight, and I'll be doing the rolling, by which the honor system then becomes me being honest. So I've got a big bowl here of D6s, and basically when you play the game, you're going to want to roll, you've got 4 key traits. You've got Vitality, which is your health. You've got Shadow, which is your physical might. Intuition, which is your mental abilities. And Arcana, which is your limited psychic acumen, or your ability to resist psychic effects. Also a little bit of forward thinking and foresight. So you'll have a trait. The trait will be rated between 1 and 6, plus and minus various modifiers for equipment, for special abilities, for skills that your character picked up, all called skins. And then you'll be rolling them to see how many 5s or 6s you get. Now, every 5 and 6 is a success, but every 1 is a minor mistake. And on their own, those 1s don't really add up to a whole lot. They're just little things. Let's say, you're writing a great novel and one of the characters is contrived. Well, that might not ruin the great novel. But let's say all the characters are contrived and you roll a whole bunch of 1s on your novel writing roll. Or worse, you roll a whole bunch of 1s on your shooting roll with a shotgun. The gun might fall apart if you're lucky. The gun might explode. Hell, if you're writing that novel, the novel might explode. All in my hands there. The thing that offsets that is the gravy. If you get a 6, it's gravy, and you get to roll and add to that. Now, one of the things that makes this system somewhat unique is that the gravy, you'll get to roll extra dice for your gravy no matter what. But those successes won't count if you roll a catastrophic outcome. So with the gravy, you might succeed on the gravy, but you might still have a catastrophic outcome. So essentially, You crash the ship, but you don't hurt anybody when you crash it. The gun explodes, and you get it gets both you and the other guy. It's both a good and a bad outcome in one.
Right,
So,
I love that. You can have a critical success and a critical failure in the same roll. I believe that Manhattan has experienced this to considerable effect.
It happens.
See, that's interesting to hear that it happens because it happens so seldomly here in Ballarat, and what it comes down to, I guess, is luck. Blind, stupid, simple, luck. All right, so we might kick off then. All right, so these guys our little cell of cubies here works for TerraCorp. They are corporate troubleshooters and adventurers, taking down the dirtiest, dangerous, and otherwise things that you might not want to send your more reputable employees to do. Now, you guys are pulling in to the new Athena space station. It's in the independent system. And as you're pulling into the independent system, you're on the sort of at the loading bay of this freighter that you put in book passage on by your corporation. Your mind drifts back to the day in the corporate office on Earth, where you got your task. You're handling the corporation. Mr. I don't know, John Smithers. He sits there looking out the window of Earth's polluted skyline, smoking his big electronic cigarette, sitting back in his lazy boy chair behind the desk. He's playing with his giant red suspenders, and he just kind of wistfully... Oh, sorry, this is me doing the cigarette thing as he kind of... You can't see the rest of it. He kind of wistfully blows smoke rings in the air as he has his back turned to you. He stands up and says, "You guys know anything about aliens?"
There aren't
This is
any
your cue to jump in, guys.
aliens. There's no aliens.
There's no aliens. It's just a myth.
That's just fairy tales.
Yeah, it's what you tell your kid when you want him to grow up to be an astronomer.
A what?
Yeah, no such thing as aliens, dude. If you're going to give us a job, give us a job.
So you want somebody shot? Is that what you want?
Pardon? Sorry, I missed that, Russell.
I said, so you want somebody shot? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
He kind of just shrugs. I'm sure you'll have to shoot somebody eventually. But that's not what this is about. He shoves a file across the desk towards you. It's labeled Emily Brown. He taps the file. Emily Brown. She was a research scientist working for us. Some of the bean counters down in accounting got paranoid about aliens infiltrating the main line. So they paid a xenobiologist to look into a way to detect them. Well, her research didn't come to much until today. She says she's perfected it, that she's found a way to detect aliens among us, should they exist. You're going to go find out. I need you to assess her and her research, determine its validity, acquire the research if it is valid, her if it is valid, and bring it all back to Earth. Any questions?
Nope.
Nope.
What part of there's no such thing as aliens didn't you get?
Look, you're going to get to shoot
part
somebody,
where
maybe
my
in an alien
paycheck
costume.
He kind of just points the cigarette squarely at you, Russell. The part where my paycheck and your paycheck depends on the possibility that there might be aliens out there.
Basically, Russell, he gets more of your money.
Yeah, well, as long as there's money in it, I'll believe whatever you tell me. Ernie Ghostbusters.
I don't
know. There's a steady paycheck.
You're already
looks at you
getting all
very
the money. Okay.
He looks at you very sternly, and he puts the cigarette down. He cups your hands in his and says, "TJ, the truth doesn't have to be out there, just the possibility of it. Now get to work."
Roll my eyes and shrug.
Yeah,
All
I'm good with
right.
that.
Whatever, boss.
All right.
I want
Guys, before we
to.
move on, he
I wanna-
gives you sorry?
I want to take a pause before we move on, actually, because Dan Hunt has joined us. Dan Hunt is one of our, Daniel B. Hunt, is one of our regular authors. He released The Eclipsing of Cyrus C., which is a book set in the Dryden universe, this week. And those of you who have read the pre-release version of Big Damn Dryden will recognize him as the author of the prose samples from inside the book, the story from the framing drive, about the framing drive, from Revenge, and I'm trying to remember the story that the other piece was from, but we want to make sure and welcome Dan to the group tonight because he actually appears in Big Damn Dryden as one of the authors. So welcome, Daniel B. Hunt.
Hi, hey, Dan.
Oh.
Hey,
And
Dan.
I believe that Dan is also involved in the promotion of MoteCon through some swag that he's sending out to you guys for door prizes.
Yeah,
That's what I'm hearing. That's the last time we talked. Thanks a lot, Dan. I appreciate all the help and support from all of you folks. We're gonna put together an awesome convention here. Thanks to y'all's help.
I got 3 boxes of swag waiting on me when I got home today, so I'll start sending stuff out in the mail to Tracy and to Russell here just tomorrow.
Awesome.
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 Thanks a lot, Dan.
Fabulous. Thanks a lot for joining us tonight, Dan. We are just getting our assignment. We're going to go find this woman, retrieve aliens, and kill things.
Good.
All right.
Yep,
So,
Miss Emily Brown.
so the dossier on Emily Brown says that she was working out of a space station called the New Athena in the Independent area. If you have access to the map, and for those of you who have a copy of the PDF, you can pull it up. It is situated in location G9, G9, sorry. The New Athena is a mining space station. And so it's essentially just a little Moll mining town out there in the middle of the dark. All right. Flashback forward, the freighter you were booked a passage on by your employer, by John Smithers, is just docking at bay of the New Athena. John, do you want to flash up there the first image, the one of the sort of the pillars with the grey kind of top? Or is this becoming too complicated? Do we want to ditch that? We might ditch that.
That's cool.
And then I'll use old school prose. Joel, you've been muted there, so I can't hear what you're saying.
Yeah, Joel is muted. That's cool.
Yeah.
I said it's not actually that complicated. It's just that I forgot that I needed to have myself set up to that folder. I believe that's the image that you're referring to, right?
Yes, it is. So you see there the grey sort of. Hold on, I do not have access to view that. Don't worry, it's become too complicated. We'll just keep rolling on, and I'll use lyrical description.
All right.
Hey,
All right. See there, the grey, as you step out onto the dock, the grey pillars that mark the dock of the New Athena. You are in, of course, one of many docking bays. You can see, as you look down the long corridors, the artificial gravity generator and the sort of field of energy there that is swirling in the middle. Of course, the dossier that you're flicking through, and I know that actually, who has the dossier at the moment on Emily Brown?
That would be
Which
me.
one of you three? What's your intuition like, Tracy?
My intuition is 2.
Is 2?
It's 6.
Well, let's see. So I've got the handful of dice. Oh, there you go. Handful of dice here. Oh.
It's terrible.
You know what, Tracy?
Yeah.
The dossier and all the pages are missing. Somewhere between leaving John Smithers' office and getting onto the freighter and getting off the freighter, you've lost them.
Yeah,
They're
it
falling
probably got stuck in the airlock or something.
And that was our first, critical failure of the night.
Sorry, you guys. They were out of paper in the loo. I didn't have anything else handy. That's on me.
So you've got to find Emily Brown. Dr. Emily Brown is somewhere on this station.
Hey.
What do you guys do?
Start asking questions.
Yeah. Are you looking for these? Holding the dossier papers in my hand. You looking for
The
these?
documents.
Yeah.
Well, were they in your hand? You know what? Let's make an Arcana roll to see how lucky you get to see if you did notice and pick them up.
No. Okay.
What's your Arcana like, Russell?
4.
4? I'm using Arcana here in place of luck to see if they had been noticed, because that is, of course, a catastrophic outcome. Russell, I hate to tell you this, mate, but TJ has picked up the wrong. You've got the manifest from the freighter.
What do I know?
I told you guys, I used that paper in the loo. It's gone. You don't want it
Did
back.
you at least notice her picture, Joel?
Yeah. The manifest,
Did you
Russell,
at
you
least
flick through it,
look at
was
her
just,
picture?
it's simply, it's bringing passengers and mining supplies. So it's pretty much bringing miners, you guys, and mining supplies.
Okay. give that to her as well. Here.
Sure. Thanks. Thank you, TJ. I appreciate it, Mr. Meatman.
So is there
Looking
like
at-
a welcome
for it.
station or a place that we have to show our passports or somewhere that we might, sort of
Well, down
obviously
the
ask
corridor
about
there
her?
is a checkpoint that you have to go through to get into the station itself. They're not going to card you straight off the. Think of it as somewhat like an airport in space. They're not going to card you straight off the freighter, but they are going to just have a look at your ID. Maybe squeeze out what you're carrying. You can see there's a bit of a line forming up. It's getting a bit long. You've got station security there. Just stopping people. They check their ID. They ask them to open their jacket. They get them to spin around. It's not quite take your shoes and pants off and show me your undies in case you hit a terrorist or a bomb in there situation. But it is just take your jacket off, do a bit of a twirl. What are you here for kind of situation.
Well,
So
we need
what
to
are they
go
gonna?
to the science part.
Well, but what are these guys at the counter going to think about my sword? I mean, I'm an authorized QB, right? I have proper identification to be carrying this thing.
You'd assume so that you do have some sort of sword-carrying license. If they even care about that sort of thing, you are in the independent area. You are in a small, mining space
town.
station. They might not even care. They might just want to squeeze out who's coming in.
Right on.
Are you going to go
So
up and
I-
find out, Charles?
Get in the
You know what I'm
queue.
going to do is I'm going to go up and I'm going to say, hey, I'm here for the light sword demonstration.
Well, what is
I'm
your
part of-
intuition to pull that kind of bluffing?
Okay, maybe I'd like to try to kill somebody instead. I have a 1 for
Right?
intuition.
Do that.
Yeah, it's a 1.
I have a
Oh,
1. Tell him I'm
You
from
have a
Cirque
one?
du Sol.
You're from Cirque du Soleil. Dear God, the future is horrible if that's still going on. I'm not a fan. Sorry, that's a personal preference. Oh, you know what, Joel? This is your one roll.
Oh my God!
Oh, gosh.
Get some gravy. You know what? You tell them you're from a circus. You tell them you're from Cirque du Soleil, and they go, "When's your first show? Where do
Oh,
I get tickets?"
I'm going to tell them that they have to talk to my agent, point at Tracy, and walk off before they can say anything else.
So, all right. So the guard, the security guard at the space station dock, turns to Joanna, expecting an answer.
I have no idea what to tell them. I'm like, it's my
Hey,
intuition
TJ,
is
in
love.
this pause, TJ, you could probably just walk through.
Russell, come with me.
Yeah.
Well, while he's looking at her, I start on through.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tracy, the security guard, the guy is just. Oh, well, look, I'd like some tickets. Where can I get them?
Well, we'll have to get back with him on that, and because it's really private at the moment.
What?
But
No,
we'll be
no.
sure to let him know.
Hey, Nick, what's the currency around here anyway?
Oh, good night.
Well, we'll resolve. Before I answer that, Tracy, I rolled your intuition. Oh, sorry, your intuition's 2. Oh,
Yeah, my intuition.
well, look at that.
Yay.
Oh, there's another one. So with the gravy, Tracy's got an extra 6 here, so she can keep rolling, or I'll keep rolling on her behalf, and in total that's 4 successes. So the guard says he'll keep an eye out for it, and he can't wait till tickets come on. He's going to take his whole family, and he starts showing you pictures of his
now
and how excited they're going to be. And then he shows you pictures on a little communicator of the last time they were at the circus, and eventually he lets you go. But you have to talk to him about his family first. All right. So what's the currency around here?
Tell him
I
sign things with my sword.
You sign things with your sword. You know what, Russell? Looking around, TJ just notices that they do a bit of that. There just seems to be shops that have. There's a few sort of stores around the sort of docking area, and there's a few stores that say do trade goods for other goods. A few others say credit, certain credits only.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go to the guard after she's gotten away from him and just look, mate. Look, why don't I get you and try to get you and your family into the backstage area? You sound really excited, and I think your kids would love this. But I'm gonna need.
He's like, oh my gosh, that would be fantastic.
But I can't do this kind of thing for free. I'm risking my job.
Let's see if he cares about your job.
He's
like, okay. No. He doesn't seem to care about your job.
So, what could you offer me up in trade for taking this risk for you and your children?
The 12 of them he has.
He kind of just looks at you well. He kind of just looks down at his shoes and his jacket and his his gun, and he kind of just goes, oh, I don't know, I could give you my jacket, buy you a drink.
I look at my own jacket and no. How about that gun you got there?
He's kind of looks at the pistol. Kind of need this for work, mate. Sometimes
I'm talking about my work, mate.
Well, what's your intuition like, Russell?
My intuition? 7.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, 7.
7?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I've got a 5 in here. I've got a couple of 6s. Let's see what they turn into. All right. His face lights up and goes, you mean you want to use my gun in your show?
Well, that's what I do. I'm the trick shooter.
Oh my gosh, this is such an honor.
What's your name so that I can say it on the mic?
He's blushing. He's blushing. And he goes, he pulls out of his holster his gun. He gives it a kiss and hands it to you and says, I'll get it back afterwards, right?
Of course, of course.
Oh, wow. Will you sign it?
Well, yeah, of course I will.
All right,
wow.
hand him your sword so he can sign it.
I'm TK. Come look for me backstage, and I'll get you guys on in.
And he tells you the biggest fib that he's seen all your shows.
Fantastic. Come on.
He's a huge fan.
How many kids do you have?
12.
12?
Well, let's see if he rolls any. Oh, he rolled gravy on how many kids he's got. Oh dear God. All right. He has 16 kids.
Wow. Bring them all.
16.
I promise I'll sign them all with my sword.
That's right. Bring all the kids.
You know, I've got my wife was a minor. My wife's husband was a minor. We both had previous partners and lost them in you know. And he starts telling you about this tragic accident that happened about 3 years ago, and how they left with all these kids between them. And he starts tearing up, and he says, you know, and they've named the new kids after people who had been lost in the accident.
Wait a minute, is this guy's last name Brady? Because I've seen this episode.
Pat him on the shoulder, and, you know, sorry to hear that, mate. I got to catch up with the boss. Come see us at the backstage. I'll get you all in.
He thanks you so much.
And
Gives you
rush
another
off.
hug.
All right.
He screams as you're running off. I love you, TJ.
He loves you, TK.
Bad man.
Biggest fan ever.
Oh, that's so awesome.
He's seen all your shows.
Someday we'll have to start a circus just so we don't break that man's heart.
Okay, if you feel like it. I have me a spare gun.
Well, there's retirement for you. All right, Russell, that is a Desperado pistol you picked up. It has a +3 bonus on your shooting.
All right.
Wait a minute, is a Desperado pistol a Cirque pistol?
Yeah,
It is a Lynn pistol.
Lynn? Lynn?
Yeah.
It is a
Find the
Lynn.
nearest canal and throw it in.
Oh, Lynn makes the best stuff
Just throw
ever.
it in the bin.
I'm only joking. I'll keep the gun.
No, you can throw it in the bin if you want, man.
No. I'm good. It's a spare gun.
I'm sure it's handy carrying another corporation's gun around.
No, if I need to drop one, you know, that's the one I'm going to drop.
Like the red badge of courage.
All right. You guys are still, you're in the docking area, you're past the guards though, you're in the sort of introductory kind of area of the space station. You can see one of those nice big, it's holographic, it's "You Are Here" signs, you know, the ones that kind of has the dot and the layout. You see there's mainly 2 sections to this, to the New Athena, to the space station you're on. There is the dock area that sits between these 2. The first one is downtown, that's the larger area. It's a bit of a general residential area. Then there's uptown, and you notice that the whole space station is arranged in almost a cylindrical shape. So uptown is up, downtown is down. As you walk around, of course, the gravity adjusts. No, the gravity does adjust. The gravity is the same, but as you walk around the cylinder, it always appears flat. Yeah. Uptown's where where the richer inhabitants live, but also it seems to be the nice area of town. It seems to be where most of the admin and facilities are. Downtown's where all the machinery is and all the poorer people live.
So we need to go to Uptown because that's where the science station would be.
I'm following you.
Indeed, there is a science station in Uptown.
Let's go that way.
Yeah.
All right. We'll cut forward. You guys hop a transport, I assume. Head up there to the science station at Uptown. Of course, the science station is nice big. You see as you're going through the space station near the New Athena that they haven't got a lot of space, so they've built up rather than out. So they've kind of built like taller structures rather than wider structures. So everything's nice and thin. And it goes up to almost where it's touching this bit of energy you see floating around that creates the artificial, that's a byproduct of the artificial gravity generators. So you get to the science area in Building F in Uptown, floor 23. And of course, you know, you get in there, you can walk straight in the door, there's a reception area, the receptionist kind of looks up at you and then down her nose and just kind of, yes.
I'm going to look at her with authority and tell her that I need to speak to Miss Emily Brown. It is important.
She folds her fingers across. She's got a holographic, one of those holographic keyboards that comes out. She just folds her fingers, taps the keyboard off, and says, "Do you have an appointment?"
Tell her that I do have an appointment that I'm expected.
Really? What was your name?
Tell her my name is Tara Jones.
Very well. She taps the keyboard back on, does a bit of, this is typing, she does a bit of typing. I'm sorry, no one by that name works here. There is no Emily Brown here. You must have the wrong building. May I suggest you try, and she lowers her glasses. Downtown?
No, I need to impress upon her that that's not correct and that I really need to speak with Miss Emily Brown.
I told you, no one by that name works here.
So where downtown do you think Emily Brown might work?
The receptionist's brow furrows and her eyebrows get very close together. What am I, her mother?
Look, we're just three poor circus performers. Lost our way. I pull my sword.
No.
You can pull your sword. Hold on. Joel can pull his sword if he wants to.
I'm going to say to her, look, I'm a circus performer. This is my instrument. Emily Brown needs to see our show. I need you to help me.
All right, Joel, I'm going to count this as intimidation. Your sword's bonus, what's that like?
+3. I can twirl
All
it
right,
on
what's
my
your
finger
intuition
to show
like?
my
Because
skill.
I'm going to add your sword's bonus to your
1.
intuition for intimidation. 1. So that's a 4 dice. Now that's me improving rules. So you got a piece of gravy here. You know what? She almost jumps out of her chair and says, "No one by that name works here. Put it away." And she swings the screen around so you can see the list of everybody who works there. There is no Emily Brown on the list.
You know, if we just had a dossier.
Right. Critical failure number 1 belongs to moi.
Would she have got married recently, the secretary screams.
Yes.
We seem to know a lot about her.
Emily
you
was
have a
scheduled to get married recently. That's right. So,
Well, what's her married name?
you know, I don't know. How many Emilys do you have on your list?
1.
Well, that might be it.
We'd like to speak to her.
Do you? There are no appointments free.
We are the appointment. See, we don't schedule appointments. We arrive, and that means that you now have an appointment.
And I just stand and grin.
She suddenly gets very nervous looking. Oh no, you're from, and she leans forward. Are you from? And she whispers the words, the company?
Boy, you catch on quick.
Oh, please. Go straight through.
Right on. I'm going to go ahead and sheathe the sword. I'm going to tell her we got 3 shows coming later tonight. Backstage, and we'll give her free passes.
All right.
You know where.
All right. So she indicates a room down the hallway, room 23.
As soon as we're out of earshot, I want to point out to the other 2 players that within about 6 seconds of us being out of sight, she's going to summon the authorities. So we need to have this next conversation really fast.
Well, you're standing out front the door?
No, I'm going to say that as soon as we're out of audio of the counter lady. All right, then I'm just going in the door.
I want to use my ability, my psychic type ability, to make sure that this lady is being legit.
Sure. How much Arcana do you have, Tracy?
7.
2, 3, 4, 5. That's with some adjusted, isn't it?
Yes.
6, 7. All right. Normally, for folks listening in on this, your trait maxes out at 6. Tracy's taken cybernetics to boost her Arcana for the purposes of reading people psychically. All right. Tracy, you got a little bit of gravy here that I'm re-rolling. All right. Tracy, you have got a phenomenal 5 successes going on here.
I'm going to lay my kid down in bed. I'll be right back. Just 1 second.
All right. should we keep going, or should we wait for Joel to
Yeah,
come
go
in?
on. I'm sure you can hear us.
All right. She has she's being truthful, but she is terribly, terribly scared of something. Something about you has just inspired a great amount of fear in her.
So we gotta find out who this company
Right,
is.
I'm back. So we're standing
You're
at the...
going to lean forward on the desk with gun oil that I probably do, and just ever so calmly and quietly say, you should probably take the rest of the day off. You don't look like you feel well.
Oh, are we back at the lady at the counter?
Well, Russell's just
left.
TJ's just kind of like stepped back, and she goes, and she just kind of stammers something, then gets up and walks out.
Probably a
Don't forget
good
to see the
idea,
show
mate.
tonight.
All right. So you're at the door. You're just walking in. What is it? Paper Cut's just walking in, Joel.
Yes.
All right, you walk in. There is a woman in there wearing a white lab coat. She's typing away at a keyboard. She turns around. Yes.
Hey, you won free tickets to the circus show tonight?
What? No, get out of here. You're not meant to be here. I'm trying to work.
Yeah. We've got free tickets for an Emily Brown. Are you the winner? It's a grand prize suite, front row. You're Emily Brown, right? Or you?
She smiles. Yes, I am Emily Brown. I'll take those free tickets off your hand.
Awesome.
We'd
And
like
you'll
to
now
speak to
explain to
Mikey,
us
please.
everything about the alien project that you've been working on?
She goes, what?
Could we
This is a
see some
joke.
ID?
It's not wait, is this interactive theatre, aliens?
No.
Could we see some ID, please?
Yeah, the company sent us. We've positively ID'd you, and what we need now is the information on the aliens.
She kind of just sits there and looks at you.
Tool, could you get in on that?
And she kind of just stammers. Why did the company send you to ask me about aliens? I'm a geologist.
Right, and you've been reporting that you have concrete positive evidence of the existence
Her
of
brow
aliens.
furrows. What?
Look, I can unfurrow your brow. That's not hard. What I need is the data on the aliens.
I'm sorry, I'm going to need to see some ID.
I pull my sword out. This is my identification.
Alright, Joel, I'm rolling that same roll for you again to see how...
Can I get a die for being 6'6"?
She kind of just takes a step back. Look, I don't know what Sir has been telling you, but I'm a geologist. I don't have anything to do with aliens. I've been looking for ways to improve the mining yield.
Why don't you just go ahead?
We've been struggling to meet quota.
We are not.
I've been looking for ways.
Sir.
Well, then who are you? And
Who you've been sending information to?
We're your contact.
What?
You've been sending information that you have found a way to distinguish who is an alien and who is not.
What? No, I haven't. What? That's ridiculous.
She lied to us about being the Sarah Brown that we're looking for. Reader, I forgot your name, Tracy.
Joanna. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We need to read her.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, yep, 7 dice. You know what, Tracy? She is terribly nervous and terribly scared, and she has no idea and terribly confused.
It's the wrong one. Sorry, lady. This has been an episode of Candid Camera. You'll be live broadcast from 6 to 9 p.m. as long as we can have permission to use your image and name in the broadcast. Is that acceptable?
Hey, Joel, I'm making an intuition roll for you. She reaches for the phone and says, "Hello, security."
Yay!
Or the intercom, rather. Phones. And I don't know. Phones in the future. I don't think there should be phones in the future. Intercom.
Yeah.
There's no phones. It's an intercom. It's a space station. She presses the button on the intercom and says, "Security, emergency."
Do we kill her or do we run, you guys?
You guys have about a number of actions to do before security arrives. And I've got a number here, but you can't see it.
I say we bail.
I'm already halfway down the hall.
Yeah, let's go. Let's bolt for the door.
Alright. You guys bolt.
I'm gonna keep
You know
my
what? As you
weapon
guys
out.
are bolting for the door, you can hear boots coming down the hallway.
Which way? The same way we came in or the other way?
Well, the hallway beers, you get to the end, the hallway beers left and right. They're coming from the... Ooh, you've got no idea. You just hear boots.
Alright, I'm going to draw my weapon and cover the exit the opposite from the direction we came in so the other two can continue to head the direction we came in. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I pump around
Yep, so you cover the
shotgun.
right.
Russell,
Alright.
I'm behind TJ.
Alright, so you guys are standing there, right, with the gun pointed down one way, one end of the hallway, sword pointed down the other. From the right side, from the sword Joel has covered, 3 security guards step around the corner. They've got pistols drawn. They point at you, and oh, pardon me. They point at you guys, and they're like, "Get down on the floor! Drop the weapons and get down on the floor."
But wait. We are the show that's coming, and these guys need to be. They're a part of the show. We're not anything that they think that they are. We're just performers. They have to have their weapons.
I'm rolling your intuition, Tracy, to see how that lie goes. Oh my gosh. Alright. One of the guards steps forward and says, "Put the weapons down on the ground. We'll check your ID."
Ah, screw it. Shoot him.
No.
I drop flat to the ground.
Alright, Russell, how many dice do you have for that? What's your intuition plus
My
everything
intuition is
else?
7, and the shotgun is a +3.
7. 3 for the shotgun.
And don't forget you have the cert gun too, or the Lin gun.
Yeah.
If you
Alright, I'm
need
just
it.
going to
Fine.
jump
I'm
to
carrying
the
about 4
section of the
guns.
rule book. You know, I have yet to see an RPG. Oh, there we go. Alright,
Nick, you
what's
did
your
hear me say I
specific
was
type of
dropping
shotgun,
flat to the
Russell?
ground.
It's an HDT by TerraCore.
It's a Terracore Hot. Wow.
Yep.
You know what, Russell? Oh, no, they're not quite melee yet. So, alright, that's a 3. Let's see how we do. I've got the 5th full of dice. Listen to that. Can you guys hear that? Oh, no, wait, over here. Can you guys hear that? Isn't that fantastic sound? Alright. 2 pots of gravy.
Tim says, "Coward, kill them all."
You know what, Russell?
Kill Jason.
You just blow one apart. You blow the guard who stepped forward, you've just blown him apart. Joel, what do you do?
That's what I do.
Am I in melee range of anybody?
You can move into it. You can run forward and do a nice, Hattori Hanzo swing.
I'm into it.
Alright, what's your shadow like?
7 plus 1 for prodigy, plus 2 for mad skills, plus 3 for my sword.
No, yep, 1 for prodigy, 2 for mad skills, and another 3 for your sword. Another fantastic sounding roll. Because it's all about the acoustics with role playing, isn't it, people?
Yep.
If people agree who are listening at home, type in the side there that it is all about acoustics, the sound of the dice. Alright, that's 3 gravy, that's... Oh my gosh, Joel.
Did I cut him in half?
You cut him in thrice.
Nice,
You come back on a
There's
backswing.
a third guy, right?
Tracy, it's your action.
I sneak up behind the third guy and slit his throat with my dagger.
How do you sneak up behind a guy who's been looking at you?
He ain't. He's busy watching you guys. That Joel to just split someone in
you know
3
what?
pieces. He's not paying attention.
You know, this is a free preview of the show later.
Behind him if you want.
What's
But at
that?
the same time, you can certainly try to sneak up behind him, Tracy, but my advice in this situation is He's got a
Just
he's
seven.
looking. You've given him something to look at in your general direction, and I don't think the hallway's big enough for that kind of distraction.
Okay. I just.
Yeah.
I still say killing.
I don't know though, Tim, if it is a mercy killing. Maybe it is. Maybe this is the guy who's actually going to get off light.
You know, mercy killing is a little bit different in Manhattan. If someone is experiencing too much fear in their life, they will decide to mercy kill them in order to relieve the amount of fear that they experience. I was in the room with them when this decision was made.
Rock on. Then let's do that.
It's up. Okay,
Cool.
so it's up to you. You
Keep
can
going
try
for the
sneak behind
door.
him if you want, but that would be two separate actions: sneaking and then stabbing. Or you
Well,
can
I could
essentially
throw
just
my
run
dagger
forward
at
and
him.
stab.
Couldn't I?
You can.
Or you can
Alright.
keep going for the door.
Yeah, keep
Nah.
going for the door.
I want him dead.
Yeah, well, we got it.
We
I
got
want
the
it
dead
on
part.
it.
Get the hell out of here.
Up to you, Tracy. Do you want him dead?
Yeah, I want to kill him.
Shadow? What's your shadow plus
Alright.
your dagger?
4
Dagger should be adding
and 2.
2 for the dagger, 4 for the. Well, that's nice for someone who doesn't seem to be the combatant character. Oh, wow. Alright, I got Tracy. This is kind of. You got this much gravy going on. Oh, sorry, that's a 6, not a 9. There we go, that's better. Oh, it came out backwards in the camera. Doesn't matter. Either way, he won't be seeing, speaking, breathing, moving.
As soon as it's clear that he's down, I want to sing at the top of my voice, "Welcome, friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside." For the full show, please come tonight. We'll get the backstage passes for everyone. And then I'm out the door.
While I'm singing, I'm shoving. Yeah, we're shoving Tracy's character out the door.
Yeah.
Go.
I've got to
Yep.
retrieve my dagger first. I cannot leave
Alright.
it behind.
This is my
Alright.
battle cry.
There are some alarm bells ringing in the building that you're in, and over the sort of speakers you can hear sort of a very authoritative, if not automated voice saying, you know, violence in progress. All citizens are advised to remain in their places of business or residence.
Oh,
We jump
shit,
into
so it's not
taxi.
just this building, it's the whole neighborhood.
Yeah. Hail a taxi.
Hail a taxi?
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, you get a taxi.
Shove her
With a
in,
little-
then behind him.
Yeah,
Get the
yank
hell
the
outta
driver
here.
out. Is it an electronic taxi or does it have a driver?
It's one of the flying cars, you know. It's one of the sort of like little flying vehicles that can take you anywhere you want to go. The driver's sort of looking over your shoulder, going over your shoulder, you know. Gee,
Go with it.
bit of mishappening going on over there.
Yeah, look, we're late
you
for
know,
our
I'm not,
show.
not
Can you
really.
meet us
And
downtown?
his hand appears sort of over his shoulder, not really meant to move, and he's doing this thing with his fingers. Oh, you can see what he's doing with his fingers.
Yeah.
he's
I
doing this
drop
thing
a
with his.
bullet in his hand.
Alrighty then.
Downtown
off
you
you
go,
go.
please.
Downtown, quickly.
Where
and
aren't you
quietly.
telling me to go?
Downtown.
Downtown.
Yes.
Anywhere downtown or just downtown?
The theater. We're late for our show, I
At
tell
the
you.
moment, downtown.
Well, he takes you to like downtown to this. He goes. He takes you to this seedy little sort of place. It's got like, you know, it's on the ground floor of its building. It's got some neon flashing out the front. It's got sort of a neon sign of a fish swimming along. Then a cat kind of comes down and cat kind of comes down and grabs the fish in the neon sign. It's the Fish Cat Club.
Oh, my
Fish
God.
Cat
That works.
Club.
Thanks.
You know,
Tracy, pay him.
What?
I don't know if I want to go in there. I'm an artist. I am not a stripper.
Oh, shut up.
He said you wanted the theater. This is the best theater downtown.
All right. Great. Well, you got free tickets. Come backstage later and we'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Tracy, pay the man, please.
I have to pay him later in tickets. We don't have money till we make money.
You have the expense
Actually,
account.
Tracy, you do. You're a representative. You do have money. This could be your narrative purchase for the adventure, or you could just try and stiff him and do the old
Oh, okay.
do the old
So-
midnight runner.
So that no, I'll just do it as a narrative purchase. Why not? Be nice to the guy.
Yeah.
The guy was nice to us.
And less complication.
Yeah.
Later on. All right, he gives you, thanks you. He takes off. You're standing there up at this club.
Well, we go in.
Yeah. Go in, grab a table. Somewhere where I can see the door.
There is
So what kind of club is this? He says it's a good
Well, it
theater,
opens
but
up
it's
to
really...
a bit of a burlesque type establishment. They've got a
I
bar,
told you
they've got a
guys.
large area in the middle with tables, and they've got a stage that kind of runs right down the middle of the place. And there's some stuff going on stage. Yeah. The
So
stuff.
like a catwalk. Yeah, like
Yeah.
a catwalk.
Yeah, kind of like a catwalk with some things to hang on to.
Yeah,
Oh
right.
my gosh.
And Boston is playing, I'm sure.
I don't know what that is.
Boston is a band.
Man,
Yeah.
Okay. I would have gone with Rum Jacks, but
Right on. Right on.
it doesn't matter to us what is playing. We just
I
now
was
know
thinking right said Fred.
that there are
but okay.
handlebars up on
Yeah, well,
stage.
you know what? It's some Oompa Loompa music with a lot of up-down beats. Lots of up, lots of down, lots of up and down again.
Right on. So I want to go over to the bar and tell them that I'm available to perform.
Right, the
You're
bartender
gonna give them a sword show?
Yes. I will
He
show
looks you up
my
and down.
favor.
Bartender says you're a little overdressed to be one of our acts. If you know what I mean.
I'm sorry.
There goes TJ throwing his guns around, and you'll have Lee with his swords.
Look, dude, I'm 6'6", 300 pounds. People will tip this stuff. I'm telling you. I'll be having women sticking credits in my pants all night.
No, you just
My
sort of leans on the
ownership on
boat.
this
So
rock.
it's like you're a little overdressed.
I can fix that.
Oh, dude.
The guy
He
at the
kind
bar.
of just,
What is that?
he kind of just says, well, what do you do?
I dance with my sword. I strip down and put on oil and dance me and my sword.
He kind of just puts his hand, steps back, puts his hand in. Look, we've already got someone who can do that, and they swallow the sword as well.
I'm not that kind of dancer. Sorry. When I say dancer, I just mean dance. I'm not swallowing any swords. That's a very different occupation. Can I have a beer?
The bartender kind of goes up, well, if you want to make it in this business, if you want to dance with swords, you've got to swallow it as well. It lets the patrons make all sorts of dirty jokes about gag reflexes. They buy a few more drinks. They get a little bit drunker. They buy a few more drinks. You come back for an encore. We can put you on stage 3 times a night if you can swallow the sword.
I'll tell you what. I'll swallow the sword if you can guarantee me that Emily Brown will come see the show. I'll swallow the sword if you can guarantee me that Emily Brown will come see the show.
Who the hell?
You know what? He just leans forward, kind of gets you to kind of gestures in. Who did you say you wanted to see the show?
Emily Brown.
Hang on a minute.
He'll
he
only
just
swallow a sword for Emily
steps
Brown.
out the back.
He steps out the back.
He steps out the back, and he comes back maybe 5 minutes later, and he goes,
Okay, during that 5 minutes, I pour 3 beers.
Yeah, amen.
all right.
He's gonna leave the bar. I'm
You're
gonna
mistaken
drink
by the bartender at one point, and someone asks if you can pour them a beer.
it. Absolutely, I pour him a beer.
Pour him one too.
Cool.
And say it's on
You
the
know
house.
what, mate? Russell, I'm Australian, so what's your shatter like? Because I'm going to roll to see how well you pour a beer. So your shatter is...
Oh, shatter? Sure. Sorry, 5.
5. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I know how to tilt the glass.
You know what? You know how to tilt it? Well, because you said that, you know, here's the thing. You tilted the glass too much and you spilled the beer.
The wrong
They
way.
tell you you're the
It's
worst
over.
bartender ever.
It's over.
However-
You spilled the beer.
However, you do pour 4 beers badly.
They're
before he
free.
gets
They're
back.
great beers.
Well, free beer is always better, unless it's Foster's.
Right.
No, I shouldn't badmouth Foster's, but I am Australian. All right. So the bartender comes back and just kind of gestures to the door he just left and said, "The boss wants to see you. The boss will see you."
Awesome. All right. Thanks very much,
What?
and thanks for the beer.
What the hell just happened? Okay.
All right. Well, you're taking, you're taking through the kitchen, through a storeroom, and out the back of the storeroom, there's a little office, and there's 4 or so very nasty-looking gentlemen. These are the kind of people that are taking pains to look particularly nasty. Like one of them has sort of, they've got sort of the mean gangstery tattoos down their arms, the sort of the flames, the token tribal stuff. They're using bullets as nipple rings.
Oh yeah.
They've
What
got the
kind of
scarf
fella right there?
going down the side of their head instead of hair. These are people who are taking the pains to look aesthetically mean. And there's a gentleman in a suit sitting there behind the desk. Behind a desk in this little office.
All right.
And he just kind of looks up over his desk, looks you up and down. So, my man tells me that you're looking for Emily Brown.
We heard she's into circuses.
He kind of just giggles at that. Yeah, she's into all sorts of fun and games.
Yeah, well, we're the circus. We're in town. And we know she likes to see the circus, so we wanted to make sure she got tickets to our show.
Nick, I take that moment to ignore everyone and reload the shotgun in front of everyone.
Sure. That sounds good.
Just so that obviously
and nice to meet you, Maggie. Or into the circus. That's a metaphorical statement if I ever heard one. Tell you what, would you like to see her? Would you like to try her fun and games?
Yeah, absolutely.
He puts a vial of black liquid on the table. On the desk, sorry. It's a vial of black liquid on the desk. There's some fun and games.
All right.
I think Russell would like to drink that.
Not thirsty at this moment. Just had a good beer.
All right, that's very cute. You have a vial of black goo. I'm very impressed.
You said you're into the game, into fun and games. Here's some fun and games. You want Emily Brown's fun and games? They're right here. Come
I
on.
want to see Emily first.
I'll tell you what. I'll drink half if you'll drink half.
Oh no! I'm working. I can't have fun and games right now.
We are too.
Pick it up, put it in my pocket, and said, "I'll save this for later. Thanks."
Right
Come
on.
back to me when you want more.
Yeah.
So what are you looking for Emily for then? If you're not into her fun and games.
I told you we're the circus. We're putting on a circus show. We know that Emily likes circuses. We've come to perform the circus for Emily.
Your intuition's 2, isn't it, Joel?
No, it's half of that.
He goes, well, again he says, well, that sounds very metaphorical if I ever did hear it. One of these sort of boys pipes up, almost philosophical, boss. He's smoking as well. Almost philosophical, boss. And there's this moment where he goes, well, I'll point you in the direction of Emily, but remember, she works for me, and you'll be pissing me off if anything happens to her. So he scribbles down an address downtown, Building C, floor 23, room 9.
We're back on 23. What is up with that?
No, we're downtown now, though.
Yeah, but we
Building.
still.
Oh, did I do
still
building
do
23 before?
23. It was room 23.
Oh, make it,
before.
make it
23.
32 this time then, since I'm not doubling up. 32.
32.
Behold the power of the game master to rewrite reality before your eyes. Yeah. Down the hatch, Alice. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, building 30, floor 32, building C, room 9.
So I'm going to turn around and walk back out of this room. But as soon as we're sort of out of earshot, I'm going to ask the other two, do you want to go back in there and kill them all so that we're not being followed?
I have to agree with that. And besides, if he owns Emily, we need to get rid of him anyway.
Right on. All right.
No, we don't need to do that.
You don't think so?
No, he's got a clandestine business going on. He doesn't want to make too much noise.
All right, good point.
That's true.
All right. So
By the way, clandestine is the only big word TJ knows.
that's probably the only one he needs.
Right. So far, yeah.
All right, so before we go, I'm just going to step up on the counter and give them a few seconds of what they were missing.
Sure. Let's see. Would that be? You know what? We're gonna call that a shadow roll to see how well you dance. So
Damn
your
straight, I
shadow's
got a
what, 7? And you know what? Your sword skills will come in handy with this. So I have the extra 6 dice that you get from your sword, from Prodigy, and from Mad Skills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Because I am dancing with my sword just like the saber dancers, the belly dancers.
Well, you know.
My God, Tracy, I saw the word monkey. I'm going to shoot
I did not. I was like, you're going to show your money maker.
I told you guys we're a circus.
Well, you know what? You people are throwing money at you, Joel.
Damn straight. I don't even have any
Well, I
lotion
picked it
on.
up for him.
All right. Well, picking up for it, you get credits, cert credits to the equivalent of an 8-cost purchase.
Put that in my pocket.
This is how I paid my way through college, guys.
That's how you pay my way through college.
This is-
Thank.
Damien's concerned that it's obscene and awesome. All right. So now that I've demonstrated my awesomeness with my saber,
The
we
bartender
can move
does
around.
come over as you apologizes. He says you were right. He
Right
shouldn't
on.
have told you your craft.
That's right. That's right. Later, I'll pick up a 10-pound dumbbell for you and make you wonder how I ever clenched it.
Oh my god.
You know, our YouTube viewer has left. Well, we're supposed to be having
it's
fun.
computer
and
died.
hair down. All right. Thank you all. I'll come and see. We'll get you backstage passes. Just stop by the theater later.
Everybody's getting backstage passes. We'll never make money. Unless Joel shakes his money maker at people.
Or my monkey maker, as the case may be.
Your monkey maker.
All right.
Tracy
So-
wrote money maker up here, and I was like,
I
my monkey
did
maker.
say
What am I
money
doing with my
maker.
monkey maker?
I did not say monkey at all.
No. Right on. All
Monkey
right.
is all on Joel.
So we leave. Russell's
Yep.
got the money. I'm feeling nice and
Yep.
sweaty.
And I'm just
All right.
disgusted that I've seen so much of my meathead over there.
So what are
Hail
you doing?
another
Are you heading
taxi.
straight to the apartment?
Yeah.
Pardon?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go straight to the apartment.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you get to room 9, floor 32, building C, and yeah, you're standing out front the door.
I'm going to knock.
No answer.
I'm going to kick it in.
I would
Sure.
like
7
to
shadow.
intuit if maybe someone might be in there first.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting that Tracy's got the ability to see things.
Oh yeah. So you're doing that
I want
first?
to Yeah, I want to intuit that there's someone in it before we actually just go and start breaking down doors.
You do not get the sense that there is anyone in there.
How about just, is the door locked?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Now can I kick it in? My God, we're back
Yes,
to
you
where
may
I
kick
was
it
at
in.
the beginning.
Now we've determined that it's not locked. It is locked. Go for it.
Everybody says,
Yeah,
"Oh, Lee's an idiot. Lee's got no brains." I knew right away we needed to kick the door in. We didn't have to
Yeah,
waste all
but
this time.
You mean
No
all I
one's
had to
in
do was
there,
say
why are
there's
we
the
going
bad
in?
guy?
Lee's just this giant body that
Kick the
gyrates
door in. The
around.
door is bang, it's in, it's open, and you know what? It's a one-room apartment, right? So against one wall, you've got a bed. Against the other wall, you've got a toilet. In one corner, you've got a toilet/shower. In the other corner, you've got a fridge/stove.
Welcome back, Tim.
And in
It's
between the
not
two,
much shitting when you sleep.
between the two walls, there in the apartment, yeah, you have a female corpse and papers strewn everywhere.
Oh, finally we find our papers. No wonder we couldn't find them. They were here the whole time.
There they are.
With a
All right.
corpse.
With
So
a
I think we
corpse.
need to gather up the paperwork first.
You know, I'm kind of
Close the
sweaty from
door.
dancing. Can I take a shower? Do you guys mind if I take a break and take a shower?
Well, you can if you want. It's also a toilet. Like, you squat over the drain, it's open, you just...
This reminds me of my travels in China.
I'd be way too worried about the.
All right, but I'm getting a towel because I'm feeling all sweaty. So
What town?
Yeah. Gather
Oh.
the papers up, Nick.
Alright, who's gathering the papers?
I am.
can I check in the fridge for a cold drink? I'm very sweaty.
Sure.
All
You
right.
can check in the fridge for a cold drink. I'll roll for the fridge. Fridge gets 1 dice. Oh! The fridge got gravy, so yes, there is a cold drink in the fridge.
Awesome. I'm gonna have a drink while they're gathering the papers.
Sure. Alright. Russell, you gather up the papers. You know what? And it's mostly personal information and gobbledygook. This is indeed Emily Brown's apartment, and from the pictures with the papers, it appears that is indeed her corpse. You also find, however, that most of her research on how to identify aliens is not there. It's just flat out not there. But you do find a piece of paper identifying 2 potential aliens.
Right.
Okay,
Look.
here's the deal, you guys. That black liquid is some sort of next generation drug, high squid version, whatever. The side effect of it is that you can see aliens. So you drink the squid, you see the aliens, but then you're addicted to squid and you've got to come back to the stripper to get more of the squid, right? So this chick is actually trying to use it for science and got herself killed because they want to use it to make a hell of a lot of money off of. Also, I want to see if we can find more beer because that was way too sober. I want to drink it. That's what it comes down to.
You can drink it if
You
you
put it
want.
in your pocket, so.
It's in my
Russell
pocket.
did. Russell's got
Oh,
it.
Russell,
Yeah.
give it up. Let him
Nope.
drink it down his naked head.
Don't we have to take this back to the company?
Well, in theory.
That is part of your stated mission.
But you can drink half of it, though.
But look at how much money I can make stripping, you guys. We don't have to work for anybody.
Yeah,
We
no.
can be free.
No.
No.
Doesn't work that
That's
way.
not gonna work.
Because where I am, the company is.
Oh, great. Right. So who are the 2 people that are identified as potential aliens? Maybe they
2
have...
people that have been identified as potential aliens are Martin Smart and Sarah Hind. The papers say that Martin Smart is the manager of mining for the New Athena, and Sarah Hind is the mayor.
Lovely.
So big to do's.
And they also outlined that they've been behaving suspiciously. See,
Bum, bum,
look at
bum.
that. See, I turned my head and raised my eyebrow and shit.
Do they have this kind of white reptilian-looking thing riding around on their shoulders?
No, I think that would be a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright,
Nor do the medical reports say 2 hearts, nor do they have scaly skin. But they have no urges to sing like whales or capacity to do so. At least not detailed in the papers. I don't know. Maybe they can mimic fantastic whale songs with their stomachs.
so
No, my stomach.
what are the specifics of our mission now? Because our target is dead. We have all the information that what we believe to be a sample. To me, the job seems done. We've even identified 2 potential aliens.
Well, we got to
Well,
verify.
you've got to examine Brown and her
accurate.
research. You don't have the actual research.
Right, and we have to verify that it is accurate.
But
If
we
it
have
is
the
accurate,
sample,
then we
so the
take
guys
it.
back home can do the research
Yeah, we have a
themselves.
sample. They can reverse engineer that. We've gone one step beyond the mission. We actually secured a sample.
But if it isn't truly a sample,
Well,
and it's just drug, then it's our asses on the line. Mr. Smithers or Smithereens.
your asses. They own me anyway.
You know, Nick, your cat is just being vulgar in the background. I just have to say, that's just nasty.
Which cat?
The cat on the table.
It's licking itself.
He's having just a
Wait a
time
second.
out there, man.
I should probably just explain to my wife
here
why
in
I
a
just
minute.
started yelling at the cat when he was having a time. Maybe like for the whole internet to see.
Hey guys,
Laying
pardon me
all
for
up
one
in the air and
second, okay?
everything.
Right on, Russell. Russell needs to step away for just a second. So while Russell is away, stop and just see. You know, we've got a lot of people who have actually played the game here, and some other people who have not played the game. Those of you who have played, is this typical? Is this similar to the play experiences you've had, with the possible exception of me being vulgar for no apparent reason? Tim is talking about Chocolate Thunder. Perhaps one of you would like to explain how Manhattan came to be so fascinated with Chocolate Thunder, or perhaps you wouldn't. I just thought
I'm not sure what Chocolate Thunder actually is.
You know, I don't think anybody who doesn't play in Manhattan is sure what Chocolate Thunder is.
Chocolate Thunder, the very first move that he ever plays always is the same, and that is I pull out my shotgun. And that's just the kind of character he is. It doesn't matter if we're in an empty hallway, if we're surrounded by mobs. I'm gonna pull out my shotgun and I'm ready to shoot your face.
So Russell has done the Chocolate Thunder twice.
Nice.
Very good. All right. So that's the legend of Chocolate Thunder. So, you know, this is you guys from Manhattan. This has been one of the great mysteries of my life. Who threw the grenade?
Well, that's a long story. Let's see.
Tim says Krista threw the grenade. Krista says she will kill Tim.
Okay, but before the grenade was launched, somebody stabbed the snake, which I believe was Caleb. Stabbed the snake, the grenade was shoved in the hole, and then it was shot. And then everything blew up.
So the problem was no one actually threw the grenade. It was used within range of the party.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this, for those of you who are familiar with the phrase groupthink.
Yeah.
Sorry, gang. Thanks for the break there.
The intention wasn't to kill anybody but the snake. I mean, we didn't really think about that. But not only did we have an explosion, but this snake was full of this acid that ate away all of our armor, all of our clothes, all of our weapons, and 99% of Posey.
So you guys were naked and it blew up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, that's lovely.
Yes, it was a -7 on the die roll as well.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Wow!
Yes,
Wow!
it was pretty bad.
When does the pain on that stop? It doesn't.
It just doesn't. And so one more question while we've stopped. At some point, Posey failed a roll and the entire party started hallucinating. Can you help me understand that moment? What happened?
Okay, so because Posey is now completely unstable emotionally, mentally, psychic ability-wise, as the GM sees fit, she rolls 2 die, 2d6s, and we call it her sanity check. And I have to have 1 success in order to maintain my stable mind. But if I do not, then the entire company will see my illusionist skill into some sort of fear or hallucinogen or something usually pretty bad. And that affects anyone in close range of Posey, which is usually everybody.
That's just awesome. So every once in a while, the psychic pops, and the entire party experiences whatever she's experiencing.
She kind of has a phoenix about her where she just goes off the deep end for a couple turns.
You know, I think I dated her in college.
Yeah, she's pretty great. We did have, I believe this was 2 play tests ago, where everybody had phantom leg pains for the rest of the mission because of Cozy's breakdown.
That's, you know, if that woman ever goes into labor, just get like 10 kilometers away, because you don't want to go through that with her. That's all right.
Yeah.
So I believe
Yeah.
we're standing over a dead body.
You are? The dead body of Emily Brown?
Emily Brown.
And
How about let's search the rest of the apartment?
Sure. What's your intuition 7, is it not, Russell?
It is indeed.
Cool, just double checking, because, well, you know, better than having to go back and revamp based on me rolling the wrong amount of dice, eh?
I agree.
Oh. Alright. Alright, from you have just a look around the apartment. It looks like it's been pretty well ransacked. It's not really what you'd expect for, you know, a TerraCorp scientist to be living in. From the cool temperature and the greenish-brown colour that you see spreading over the body, you're guessing that she's been dead for over a day. You do find, however, stuffed behind the fridge, a couple of vials with a black liquid residue in it.
Yeah, I think
And
we
you
need to
also-
take those.
Pardon?
So I think we need to take those.
Yep. And you also find some scratches, some scratch marks around the lock on the door. Almost like someone's had little things inside it, and you can see the picking gesture. Right? I've never picked a lock, so I don't know if that's accurate, but that's meant to be a lock picking gesture. I've seen it on TV. That's, you know.
For the record, no, that wasn't correct.
That's how you do it in Skyrim.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay. So we found 2 vials behind the door, or behind the refrigerator. Have we drunk all the liquor that was in the fridge?
Yeah, there's 1 beer in there.
Okay. And somebody picked the lock to get into the building. How did she die? Can we tell? Is it gunshot wound, knife wound?
Do you want to make an examination of the body, Joel? You've got what? What's your intuition, 2?
Yeah, I don't want to. I have half that intuition.
All right.
Somebody
Do you want
else
Russell
to do
to?
I'll
Russell,
go.
will you
I'll go
take
take a look at the body.
All right.
Watch is going to roll a catastrophic failure and fall into the decomposing corpse.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the suggestion, Joel.
I'm here to help.
Because I did indeed roll on Russell's behalf a catastrophic outcome, and you do indeed
Nice.
fall into the body, and hit your head on the wall. Take 3 wounds for that
Wow.
bang on the head.
Regardless of my barrier.
Defense. Actually, no, you're right. What's your defense at? Pardon?
I've got a defense of 9, So
9. Oh yeah, no. Okay, you trip, you bang yourself on the wall, but you kind of lack the body. So the body, you don't know if you could determine what actually killed her at this point, because it's just you've contaminated the scene beyond repair. You've
I
rolled
tripped
it.
and shot the body
You've
like
rolled
4
it
times.
like a dog, like a dog in dung.
Lovely.
Going all dinky die like a crazy drongo.
Now, Russell, there is a shower here. I mean,
Yes.
I was prohibited from taking a shower, but maybe Tracy and I'd like to step out in the hall for a moment.
Oh yeah, I don't want to see the other meat look.
I think from the way
using
you're
his
doing that,
gun
you might need to
skills.
stand in it fully clothed first to get all the...
That's kind of my plan.
I'm gonna step away really, really fast. I'll be right back.
Failure to cope.
Yeah.
All right.
No, it's not Call of Cthulhu. We don't need to lose sanity for that.
All right. Damn. So.
But seriously, I think our job is done.
Well, here's my question: is do we go back and say she was doing alien research? It was with drugs. Here's the drugs, and tell them we're done, or do we go find one of these supposed aliens and see if we can find it ourselves? I'm sort
Is
of
our
finding it
job
ourselves.
to go find the aliens?
Well, it's to recover the.
Well, it is to verify the research, so I guess how would your employer assess
We
your
hand them-
verification of the research?
We give them the documentation that we found and our sample.
But we could verify it by cutting one of those people and seeing if they bleed grain.
There's no such thing.
Well, then it won't hurt to try. You cut a lot of people. Well, you shoot them. I cut a lot of people.
Actually, you cut a lot of people.
You cut a lot of people.
I promise.
I drill
I'll dance
holes in
again.
them with small pieces of metal.
I'll let you
Get some
decide.
big piercings.
I'll
Like those
I'll
guys
dance
with the
or not
bullet
dance
nipple
again,
holes.
whichever you would prefer. If you let me go cut one of those people and see if they bleed.
Tracy, you're the rep. You're the company rep. What are we doing?
I stepped away. I don't know what's going on. I said I was stepping
Fair
away
enough.
for a moment.
I'm arguing the fact that our job is done.
I want to cut somebody. Can I just
I
have
don't
a
think our
finger?
job is done.
I just want one
because-
finger. If it bleeds
Yeah.
red, I'm good.
If that's not the research, then our boss is going to have our asses because we didn't verify that it was. So we have to verify.
Oh, that's easy. I
have
take one of
not. I
these
haven't
partial
taken any
vials.
wounds.
I give it to paper cut over there. Here you go,
Yeah.
mate.
You want to
Okay.
drink that up, Joel?
So we have just a little bit left in the bottom of 2 and 1 full
Yep.
one.
One full one.
When we say a little bit left, is it the dregs or is it like a partial bottle or what?
1/3 and 1/6.
Oh, Dan made a really good observation.
Well, what was it?
Yeah.
Put the body on ice. Bring it with you.
Maybe see if she's an alien. Ooh! Chelsea, that's interesting. Takes one to know one. I did say before we started that I have left Facebook up for secret conversations in case anybody needs to use that.
Okay. I want to drink the full one.
You're not. I haven't given
Just
you the
on
full one.
Facebook for a sec.
See
I'm
me on
not
Facebook?
giving you the full one.
I want the full one.
No, that's got to go back to the company.
The half and a third, they can do the research on 1/10 of an ounce, man. I want to make sure I get the full dose. If I'm going to be altered by alien DNA, I want
How do
to
you
be
know?
the
How do you
alien.
know what we have here isn't a full dose?
Because he gave it to us in order to try to fuck us up.
Right. So
Everybody
you want
wants
that?
to give it just to
Yeah,
kill us.
I'm going with it. I'm going with it. If he wants to ruin us, I'm prepared to be ruined. I have done my naked sword dance. My life is complete. I'm ready to meet my maker.
Didn't drink it, Joel?
Well, if I can get the full one from him.
How about this? You outdraw me. I'll give you the full one.
How do we measure that?
Ooh. All right. How would we do a quick draw? I would probably say one or two things. Either we'd make a actually, you guys have yeah, I'd probably say either add make a shadow roll, and add your intuition. Oh, no, sorry. Make a D6 roll and just add your intuition, lump sum, just to see who's faster.
Here's
Fair enough.
my proposal, Russell. Let's put the full bottle on a table directly between us. Count to 3, and whichever one of us gets it first gets it.
Does that same mechanic apply, Joe? Nick?
I can, yeah, that can apply. Or we can do a shadow roll and see who gets the most successes.
All right. So
I
on the
say
count
that
of 3.
before he gets to 3, I go ahead and take the vial away.
All right. So who wants the red dice and who wants the white dice?
I'll take the red one. My
I'll take
favorite.
the red
Done.
one.
Yeah.
On the count of 3.
All right. What's your intuition,
All right,
Joel?
fair enough.
My
Put it down
intuition is 1.
1. Russell's is 7.
Yep.
Okay, so at the count of 3. So we count 1, 2, 3, right?
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Nah, he snatches it before you finish saying 1, Joel.
What?
He's just he got it. Russell grabbed it. TK
Too
grabbed
fast for you, man.
I think, yeah. I think I'm just going to go ahead and walk out while they do their, comparative.
Yeah, macho male.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and leave.
I get into 2 partials.
Well, the 2 partials might be enough.
All right, I'll drink the 2 partials.
All right.
Smart man.
Joel, what's
But
your
I'm not
arcana like?
witnessing
It's
this.
2 or 1?
My Arcana?
Yep.
Oh, damn. No, my Arcana's actually a 3.
Oh, wow. Cool. You know what? Temporarily increase your arcana and intuition by 1.
My Arcana becomes a 4, and my Intuition becomes a 2. All right.
But you know what? Yeah, you know what? Just give me 2 shakes.
Suddenly I feel like I'm going to have an insight.
You might. You might.
Nice.
All right. So what are you guys doing? He's drank it. He's having the effects.
Yeah, you guys, I feel a little
He's
kind
pretty
of...
dilated.
Yeah, I feel kind of spun up, and like maybe I shouldn't have had that beer before I started drinking the black juice. I'm still for cutting the mayor's fingers.
Really? Yo, this is
Well,
the mayor you're talking about, right?
Or the mine chief. I don't care which one. What do we got? We got the mayor is the woman, and the mine chief is the guy. I suppose we cut the mine chief is going to make less hoopty-hoo for everybody.
I like that word, hoop-de-hoo.
Hoopty-hoo!
So what are you guys doing? Mine chief, mayor, leaving. With
I'm gonna go find
dilated
Tool.
guys?
She's the head of the company where we're at right now.
And
She
I'm
speaks for the company. Go find Tool.
I'm headed down the street, headed my way back uptown to see if I can figure out where the mayor is and the mining chief is.
Well, there is.
I want to
You
observe
did see
them.
on the map there was a central hub in Uptown where most of the governmentally running the mines, running the station stuff happens. That they've just got one. Like no government or bureaucracy will ever do in real life. They've put all the important things in one place so they're easy to find.
Nice and convenient.
All right.
Yeah, unrealistically so.
So who do we want to stab? Do we want to stab the mayor, or do we want to stab the mine chief? It's less of a rumpus if we stab the mine chief.
I think going after the mayor might be problematic.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way.
That I think our job is done, but okay. You're trying to get a bonus here? What, Paper Cut?
Huh?
Are you trying for a bonus here? Looking for promotion? Our job is done. Let's get the hell out of here.
Look, dude, give me the vial and we can go.
Nah, I'm not falling for that one. I think you're becoming an addict already. No, you can't have this.
He's looking out for my health.
That's right.
It's nice to know that there are caring people in this universe who would, be concerned about my health.
I'm not.
Don't let it go to your head. Where are you
What
at?
are you guys up to?
Huh? I'm headed out after
Joanna.
the boss lady, Tool.
Yeah.
I've lost my pen. How am I supposed to keep track of what's happening?
I'd loan
okay,
you mine, but
Well, we'll say you guys all meet up so we don't split the party. As Tim pointed out, is always a problem. And yeah, we'll say you guys meet up on the downtown streets just outside an alleyway.
okay. That works. So, Tool, are we done here or what?
You guys go to the central hub.
Look, man, I'll make you a bet.
Is the mayor there? I mean, is it obvious that she's there?
For the other vial.
Well,
What's your bet?
Have you guys headed to the central hub, or are you still? Give me a geographic location. Central hub.
You said that we were at the central hub.
Tracy, you had
No.
Well,
I'm sorry.
You can move up there if you want to rustle. Okay, hold on. 2 6. Let's just make sure everything's connected. Is that better?
Yes, sir.
All right. No, we'll situate you guys geographically. Russell and Joel's characters, TJ and Paper Cut, are they still in downtown?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. No. Awesome. So, Tracy, have you just headed straight towards the central hub?
Yeah, I just want to observe the mayor if I can.
Yep.
And see if I can intuit that there could be something funny about her.
All right. So you're sitting in the central hub. Like, the mayor's got a wonderful glass-walled office, so you can see straight in there. Doors open. Seems to have a nice open-door rapport with the sort of people of New Athena. And let's see. Oh no! You know what? You can't read her at all.
Because
Can't
she's
read
an
her at all.
alien.
And that's interesting.
Okay.
Am I where I can
Russell-
see her as well?
Oh, well, you guys were still downtown last I checked. You can go catch up if you want.
Yes, please.
Yeah, we might as well catch up.
All right. So about 5 minutes later, as Joanna's sitting there squinting at the mayor, trying to just get that psychic brain kicking along, just trying to read her. You guys come along, and yep, she's just sitting sort of in a bit of a general airporty lounge style area out the front of the mayor's office. And yeah, so what do you guys do? Do you guys want to just? Seems to have a bit of an open door policy.
I
Yeah,
want you to explain to the guys that I can't get a read on her at all.
Yep.
Isn't there tech that would prevent that anyway? Just asking you, Nick.
she might have
Potentially,
some tech.
that there is.
Yeah.
There is in the Bleeding Mind. But, yeah. So she might have a bit of that. It does kind of like, though, I don't know, sort of mining space station. Seems kind of, I guess you would think it's a bit high tech for this place.
Right.
So what do you guys
doing,
want to do?
Tracy? You're the boss here.
Joel,
Well, I said, why not go in and say hi? We're the new residents in town. We're the new circus act.
We can offer a
Oh,
free ticket.
Offer
The
a free
circus
ticket.
act routine again. All right.
No, I'm not saying that that's what we ought to do. I'm just throwing it up there. We're just the new kids in town. We've come to pay our respects to the big boss lady.
Go to kiss the ring, so to speak. Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Hey, you're the corporate rep. Go for it. I'm behind you.
You get more flies with honey.
Yeah, I don't know why you want flies though.
It's true.
Alright, so, well, you just walk straight in. I mean, the door's open. She just kind of turns around and goes, yes, can I help you? You'd be new here.
Yeah, I just tell her that, yeah, we're new and we just wanted to come in and...
No. She interrupts you. She asks you to sit. She calls a receptionist. The receptionist gets you all warm beverages. She sits casually on her desk and says, now, what were you doing here?
We're trying to start a circus. And
Fantastic. What can I do to help?
Well, we want to be able to travel around, the different districts, the different facilities in this quarter of space and independent space, and we need a facility here where we can put on our show. We need to make some sort of agreement with the local authorities in terms of taxation or payment or rental of space.
Well, look, I can sign you up to the community hub. That's where we do this sort of thing. You're certainly welcome to use that space. And listen, the local agreement, I don't know if you've read the paraphernalia as you're coming in. We're an independent operation. We have an agreement with Cirque. Cirque buys our all. But, apart from that, the buck stops here. So here, let me just get you started on that paperwork. And she begins pulling papers. No. She goes, pulls a tab, sort of a hollow tab, out of her desk, and she hands it to you. You'll find everything on there that you need. Just fill it out and bring it back.
Excellent, thank you.
Nick, I've asked you a question. Can you respond to that question before I decide what I want to do
Of
next?
course I can.
Thank you.
Of course I can. There you go.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We'd love to go ahead and fill this paperwork out and get back with you later.
No worries.
Right on. So as soon as we're back out of sight, I want to kind of pull the guys aside.
Yep.
And what I want to say to them is we are surrounded by aliens. I can see them because I drank that potion and they immediately started appearing. They are stalking us. I think that they are controlled by the safe in this strip club bar. And that if we can break into that safe, we can get the controller for them. I'm not exactly sure what, but I really think that what we need to do is go back into the bar and kill the guys in that room and raid the safe.
Or just get on the next shuttle out of here. Our job has been done.
Right, except we're never going to get to the shuttle.
Right, because they're following us.
I need you to understand. Right. We need to keep smiling and filling out paperwork.
I say let's rip the bullet-written rings out of the guys and just do it.
Or how about we just shoot our way to the shuttle?
You're the only one with guns.
We're not going to get to the shuttle. If we go to the theater, it doesn't look like we're trying to leave.
Right.
Walk casual.
Yep. So are you leaving the central hub to go to the shuttle, or are you going to go speak to the mine manager?
No, we want to go back to the strip club.
We want to talk to the mob boss.
And kill
And find out what?
And like,
For what reason?
Burn there.
Okay, Russell, we are surrounded by aliens. We are not dead because they aren't sure what we know. If we try
Right,
to run,
and they still don't know what we know.
But if
Oh,
we
look,
run,
this facility's
then
no
they're gonna
good for
go,
what we want to
need kill
do,
them
and we
anyway.
leave.
if we try
We
to
have to
get
go
on
get the
shuttle,
rest of our circus troupe.
if we try to get on the shuttle, we are dead because we've been inside the chick's room. As long as we're still trying to figure out what's going on, we're all right.
If we go to the strip club and with the premise that sword dangler guy is going to dangle his sword some more, they're not going to think anything about it. They're just going to think he likes getting naked and whip his sword around.
Right. So we are far safer.
We're going to the
back
strip
to the
club,
strip club.
so old boy gets naked, okay?
Right. And we need to kill those guys and get into the safe and destroy whatever that device is so that we can get off of the planet in one piece.
Yeah,
I think
we're
you're
gonna
just
get off the
hallucinating.
space station.
I think you're just hallucinating, man.
I'm saying fuck it, let's kill the mob guy just because he's like the biggest, baddest asshole. Let's just go ahead and kill him. He killed our girl anyway, so let's just do it. Let's just do it.
Right
do it,
on.
do it, do it, do
Did
it.
you see his goons?
Yeah, they had bullets for nipple piercings. That's my kind of guy, okay? Let's just do it.
It's certainly not a safe fashion statement.
Nick, is there any chance of getting some armor-piercing ammo anywhere?
Because that will piss the aliens
We
off.
have not invented
Wait,
such things for the
you know
armory
he
yet.
has bullets
But that is
in
a
his
cool idea, and
nipples.
I'm going to write it
He
down.
doesn't have armor on, or is his nipples exposed?
He's got his nipple armor on.
Well, I'm wearing dermal armor, so I'm pretty sure they are too.
Ammo.
Are you wearing nippleless armor?
I'm wearing dermal armor.
So, I want us to move from this location now. Can we please start back towards the strip club?
Well,
Thank
as you
you.
start walking outside of the hub, a security guard like he's got a bit of a flashier uniform on. It's a bit more officerial, a bit more senior. He just kind of like walks along and he taps Joanna on the shoulder and just says, "Would you gentleman and lady like to just step this way with me for a second?"
But we were going to go to the strip club.
I assure you it'll still be there later. This will just take a moment.
Are we under any sort of detention?
You are not, but I would just
Okay,
like to
then
have a
I
brief
respectfully
word.
decline. Have a good day. I said
Very
good
well.
day, sir.
Well, very, very well, sir, but I did happen to notice that is a very particular pistol you are carrying. And one of my officers did report one, is absent one at present, and I'm sure it is a simple misunderstanding.
Oh, well, sure. Here you go. Give it to him. There you are.
Yeah, it's a cert pistol. What would we want with one of those anyway?
It's Lynn, and it's a piece of crap. Here you go.
Yeah.
Oh well, he kind of takes the pistol. Thank you very
It
much.
was the weirdest thing.
You know
like-
what? That was very kind of you. How about I give you a ride wherever you're going?
Nah, I need
No,
exercise.
no,
I got like
I-
5
I
extra pounds on
insist.
my
I
butt.
insist. Call this a bit of New Athena hospitality. We might be outside the main line, but we are not uncivilized.
But we are really
What part of
uncivilized.
good day, sir, did you not understand?
In 10 seconds, I'm killing this guy.
You're going to be a second behind me.
He lets you go.
Oh, so cool. Alright, we need to get back to the strip club now. Notice
We
how I
need to get
keep
back
using
to the
words
effing shuttle.
now.
But
We're
our
not gonna live long
corporate
enough to
rep
get to the
wants
shuttle.
to do the strip club
Enough.
again.
Thank you.
Yes, that's right. I like nakedness. Okay, let's just go.
You know, that looks terrible on the corporate account, though. You spent your evening where? That's
In the
always
strip
such an
club.
argument.
Wait a
your
minute. No, no,
corporate
no.
the
Just
only
because
thing
I'm a female doesn't mean I can't enjoy strip clubs. You guys do it all the time.
I don't have any
And you
problem
know
with you
what? The
enjoying the
only
strip
thing
club. I'm
showing
saying you
up
don't
on
want to
the
report
corporate
it.
account so far is a taxi.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
only thing that's on the corporate account. I've not
And
used
like
it
taxis
still.
are easily justifiable, surely. It's
Well,
not like
I'll
you're
tell you
working for a circ where they're going, why did you get a taxi? You've got legs. Bang, bang. No, you don't.
welcome to church. Have a nice day. All right, so what we need to do is crash
Oh,
through the
wait, there's
door.
third people here I just offended. I'm sorry. Not really.
What we need to do is crash through the door to the gangster headquarters and kill those guys so that we can get into their safe. Okay? Are you with me?
Whatever, guys. I'm with you.
Here we
I'm
go.
with you. I'd rather be on the shuttle heading for home, but
We're gonna go
okay.
see naked folk.
Kill this guy.
And then
Gotcha.
we're gonna make bloodshed. I mean, come on, what's better than nakedness and bloodshed?
We're gonna kill his thugs, and then I'll dance again to celebrate, and everybody can enjoy that.
I just see this incur and
How you
inordinate
been
amount
down
of
there?
paperwork.
You're taxiing, you're
No, we want to walk.
to
Yeah.
walk?
Yeah.
You got a bit of a walk ahead of you, but that's okay. It gives you time to, have this elongated conversation, montage conversation, walking street scene, guy sitting there with his dog. Hey man, can you spare a few credits?
No.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It also allows us to observe others.
It does.
Yeah, we don't want to dilly dally though, you guys. We want to go there now.
Go there now.
All right.
All right,
Yeah.
well, you're walking.
We're headed there.
Just give me 2 shakes.
Take 3. They're small.
All right, so you're going through the downtown streets past a guy with his dog who needs who wants, a bit of scratch. Yeah, you see pretty much that this place is, as you're walking, it's kind of on the edge. You can see every street corner has a nasty person on it. Everywhere you look, there's people just not really kind of getting together. You can see people who look like they've been injured in mining accidents just about everywhere you turn your head. It looks like Uptown looks beautiful, nice wide streets, proper lighting, artificial, plants. They might be made of plastic. They might be some wacky engineered stuff. But at the same time, you get downtown, everything's narrow, it's packed, it's dark. All right. And you also notice amongst the narrow, packed dark, TJ starts to sort of walk backwards, hang back a little bit from the other 2 of you.
Who does?
TJ.
TJ.
Okay.
You need to be careful, TJ. You're about to make friends with some friends of mine.
I know.
Good luck with
I think
that.
it's time to become intimate.
All right.
All right. Good luck.
Are you gonna do some sword swallowing now?
Let's hope not. Spin on my heels with the shotgun at close range. With
Sure,
the 2
go for
security
it.
people.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 plus 3 for the. You know what? Close range. We'll say you get melee distance with that, and you've got some gunslinger happening.
Yeah.
All right. Listen to that. Oh wait, wrong one again. Yeah. Oh, I dropped the dice. There we go. It's under my ball. I'm sitting on a pit ball, by the way, for those who kind of are wondering why I'm constantly bouncing. Oh,
Tool, this is going to go very badly.
That's my wife giving me lunch. Woohoo! Well, actually, for those of you who aren't familiar with Australian culture, that's a meat pie. It's pie. It's filled with meat. It's delicious.
Right on.
All right.
See, all we know is from Men at Work, we think you live on Vegemite.
That's right.
Some people would if they could.
Oh.
I can't stand the stuff. Russell, you blow the first one away.
Pump the shotgun for another round and look at the other one dead in his eyes.
Go for it. Oh, hold on. Other people should get a reaction first. Joel, what are you doing?
Standing perfectly still.
Yep. You're standing perfectly still. Cool. Tracy?
I'm just watching everything. I think I'm kind of dumbstruck at the moment.
Alright. You know what, Russell? That security guard is going to try to desperately, what's your defense? He's going to try and wrestle you to the ground and steal the gun.
Good luck with that.
This is when you need to
What's your defense at?
with your gun and or not your gun, but your sword and chop his head off.
9.
No, you know what? No, he doesn't do it. He doesn't do it.
Russell, if you'll give me that other vial, I'll help you with this.
I don't need your help, brother. Well, now we're at very close range, like very melee range, and I have a shotgun. Poke him in the gut with it as I pull the trigger.
Sure.
I am out of the
5,
spray
6,
range.
7.
Something very wet and nasty is about to happen to this guy.
Something splatty this way comes.
Exactly.
There's another dice of gravy. You've got 4 dice of gravy here, Russell.
Okay, can I stop play for a second to ask a question? I would like to have a private conversation with Tracy on Facebook because Russell is currently engaged in combat. I just want to make sure that that's cool.
That is cool. Loop me into it. You've got time for 2 sentences.
Okay.
2 messages.
All right, so...
Make them succinct.
Right.
I'm part of my rudeness eating.
It's lunchtime for you.
It's actually afterwards, but you know. Oh yeah, but those who kind of like are wondering why I've got sort of bright light in the background. It's 1 p.m. here.
So, what happens with the shooting?
Alright, you blow both of them away.
Okay. Pick up their IDs and whatever weapons they happen to have.
They've got pistols, specifically they have. Specifically, they have Y5 35 23 Circ pistols.
All right.
Plus 2s. They are wearing leather armor, and they do have IDs. The IDs say Fitz, Manahim, and Bruno Jones.
All right.
The first names that pop into my head are the regrettable ones.
Pick those up. Do they happen to have money? Are they toting any cash?
They are not toting any cash.
Okay. Then, while we're waiting for the other two to finish their conversation, I spin to, like, turn around back to them. Like, sorry I was so rude. What were we saying?
You know what, Russell? TJ, I've thought it over, and I'm ready to leave.
Ah! You've come around to my way of thinking. Shuttle's that way.
Right on. Tool, you with us?
Sure.
All right.
Heading to the shuttle.
All right.
To naked people, but
We're
okay.
heading towards the shuttle. Sure. You know, you guys realize you just, like, how are you heading there? Because, you know, you just killed security guards in a public street.
Yeah, we're going to be, like, inundated with cops any second now.
Yeah. So how are you heading there? Are you just, like, bolting? Are you getting a taxi? Are you running? Like, people are looking. People are looking. They've got their, you know, communications devices and their scanners, and they're kind of like, they're kind of...
We're going to be on YouTube in seconds. So... I think we ought to get a taxi, y'all, or a car, or something.
Yep.
Piper, shush. They don't need your input.
Okay.
Steal a horse. I don't care.
Help me understand our location, Nick.
Right.
Are we
Downtown street? So you've got pretty much the equivalent of a one-lane road because the cars are sort of mini spacecraft in their own right. They're flying cars. They kind of go over the top of each other. Got little alleyways around you.
bolt through the alley to an intersecting road and hail a taxi.
Yep, I'm with him.
What's your shadow like, Russell?
Oh.
Seven, right?
No, that's
Six?
that's intuition. Shatter's a 5.
A 5. All right. What about you,
I'll be
Joel?
right back. I've got to let
7 for you.
the dog won't stop barking.
Sure.
I have a 7 shatter, yeah.
Does anyone remember what Tracy's was?
Oh, a 4, I think.
22.
You're being silly.
I think so.
No. Oh, that's nasty. All right. Oh, I've dropped a dice. Give me 2 shakes. There we go. Alrighty. Alright. You know what? Joel, Russell, you managed to get through the alleyway. At the split second you needed to, you're off in the shadows as a patrol car just slams across it. Tracy, you're on the other side of the patrol car.
Yay, that's what I get for letting the cat
Another
out.
4 start hovering around you. There's roughly 8 security guards and the security chief that you met earlier. They're pointing guns at you. They're doing the whole, get down on the ground, disarm and get down on the ground. Keep one hand in the air at all times.
Okay. I gotta get down on the ground, keep one hand in the air, and disarm myself.
Yep.
Wow. You're a contortionist.
Hey, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, Nick, I've asked you
You
a
guys are
question.
gone.
Can you
Yeah.
respond to it before I decide what I
sorry,
want to do?
I did not see the Facebook thing licking
Yeah.
away.
Not only that, and I'm like this little tiny woman, and yet I have 9 people pointing guns at me.
Yes, you do.
God damn it. Okay, so help me understand where we are. Tracy is in the street being screamed at to lay down,
Yep.
but Russell and I are safe and could just walk away.
Yep.
You guys can just walk away.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I pull my sword on Russell, and here's what I want to say.
Yep.
I know that you're in him. If you want to keep that host alive, you have to tell me who you are and what you are doing. If he moves for the gun, I will kill you both.
Yep.
What?
happens?
What?
I pulled my sword on Russell.
I heard it. That's my character's response. What?
Yeah, hang on just a second. My wife needs some sort of assistance. Hang on.
Go ahead.
Sure. I will take the opportunity to take lunch.
I'm trying to do multiple things at the same time with only the 2 arms that I have.
Alright, Tracy, what are you doing?
I'm trying to get down, disarm myself, and wave a hand in the air like it's in the air.
Well, surely you could take the dagger out with one hand.
Yeah, no, it's not that easy. Come on, I'm a little girl. It's a big dagger for such a little thing. It's a
that's not a
two-handed
knife.
dagger.
This is a knife.
Yeah.
It's a Mick Dundee knife. Come on.
Right.
He's still a celebrity here for some reason that I can't fathom. Anyway, all right.
Basically, what I'm trying to do is trying to delay as long as possible.
She's hoping the cavalry's going to come in.
Something. Shit. You guys are huge. I'm little.
I'm going to make a shadow roll for you to make sure that you don't accidentally make them think that you're going for the weapon.
Oh,
And
goodness.
you just say,
Wait,
no.
how can I go for the weapon and yet not go for the weapon? Go for the weapon to take it out. Go for the weapon.
Have you ever seen, like the old westerns where you've got the gunslinger and he's got the gun and it's kind of hanging, and it's kind of like, it's hanging. That's a poor example. That's a bottle. That's not going to work.
It's just an excuse to shoot the poor little lady.
Yeah, but they've got the gun, sort of hanging by the finger. It's like, here you go. Oh, wait, no, I just gave you G.
I don't have a gun.
So But they don't think you're reaching for the knife in some sort of mania.
The kid has gone to bed with mom, so.
But they
I am
do
now
tell you, the security
free.
chief tells you to hurry up.
What?
Oh, we're doing
He's
Tracy
telling me
stuff
to
while
hurry
you're in
up.
the alleyway.
Okay.
So yeah, the security does tell you to hurry up while you're stalling for time.
Yeah.
All right, Joel, Russell, what's going on?
So I've got my sword pulled on Russell, and I told the alien that if it does not jump out of him, or if it doesn't explain who it is and what it is, I'll kill him, and they'll both die.
There's no alien in me, man. We gotta go help Tool.
Yeah, no, dude, I totally saw it jump into you. There's an alien in you.
I think I would know, right? There's an alien in
I
me.
think you would tell me that you weren't an alien, even if you were an alien.
Okay, tell you what. For the time being, let's ignore that fact and deal with the idea that Tool's over there being apprehended.
Yeah, and you're about to import an alien in your own body back to Saul. It's not going to happen. We're going to have the alien out, and we're going to have the alien out now.
This isn't the time for this.
Also, I want the other vial.
Okay, we're not.
I have a question really fast. Like a policy. I have a question.
I'll hold on 2 secs, guys, because my kids are going out to the grandparents for the evening.
Okay.
So I'm just going to say
yeah.
goodbye, and then I'll be back in a chippy. Okay.
All right. Maybe we should declare a potty break, because, dude, I can't hardly think.
Yeah, I hear you, mate.
All right.
Go
I'll be
for
right
it.
back.
Yeah. Right. Oh, sorry. What happened? Oh. All right, back.
Well, Nick's gone for a potty break.
Oh, who's going for a potty break?
Nick. Oh, sorry. Joel. Not
Yeah,
you,
cool. I was
Joel.
like, but I'm
The
here,
other
man.
Nick.
I'm here. Oh, the other Nick. Cool. Tracy, what was your question? Or was it Joel who had the question? Nope, also not there.
I guess not. I think everybody went for a break.
Alright, I'm going to take that opportunity then, and I'll be back in jiffy.
Yeah, go ahead, mate.
Why are we killing you?
What? Why aren't we doing what?
Mr. Prickett.
Oh.
They're killing me, Chelsea.
Oh, you guys are just a bunch of
I'm sorry, you were cutting in and out really bad. What?
Oh, I said you guys are a bunch of misfits, just like us.
What were the circus?
Yeah.
Alright. Hello.
Howdy.
How's everyone going?
I'm fine. How are you? But I do have a question about the adjusted mindset. Is the ability to read a single character, or is it multi-character?
It works somewhat like the scanner, armory item. So you can get a generalistic kind of reading of an area. So you might be able to say you're at a party. You might be able to get the vibe of the party. Now, let's say you pick up a good vibe, but there's a moody guy in the corner, and you want to go, well, the party's got a good vibe. What's up with him? You'll get something more specific off the more specific target.
Right.
Yeah. So you can pick up the vibe of these guards
Uh-huh.
if you want. Or you could like just scan the security chief and get his feelings.
Well,
Or you could try both. I mean, because you're still slowly getting on the ground, they're telling you to hurry up, but while you're getting down there.
yeah, get a feel of
Okay.
the area and then get more specific if I need to.
Alright, specific first, general first then.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, I'm going to shout this as loud as I can. Everybody needs to stop what they're doing. The aliens are coming.
Alright.
Put your guns away. We need to find a defensive position where we can protect ourselves from the aliens.
Listen, jerkwad, I am already surrounded by them.
Those are not the aliens. The aliens are coming, but it's not too late. We have to find a defensible position. Does anybody here have soda water? We need something with a lot of carbonation in it, and we need a lot of it.
I don't know if water from an island of talking trains will help you. That was a joke.
What about
Soda water.
seltzer? Does anybody have any seltzer tablets?
Before you go on, Joel, Tracy, just before you sat down, did a couple of scans. All right, the security guards, Tracy, that themselves, they're really scared. They're nervous. The security chief is angry. He's angry. You get the sense that he's going after a bad perp, and you're one of those perps.
Okay.
All right, Joel, keep going. Keep going. Go.
All right.
Role play.
All right, look, we're all humans here, and it's very, very important that we understand that we have an alien invasion happening right now. This guy is already infected. It's coming out of him any minute now. We have to get him into soda water, something with a very high carbon dioxide content. It's very, very important.
So, Russell, that's you he's pointing at when he says that guy's already infected.
Yeah, I know. I
Okay,
know.
cool. Just so we're all clear.
All
So-
right.
You do? Tracy,
Yes, sir.
Joel, your intuition is currently 4, is it not?
No, it's currently
No.
2. It's half that.
It's half that. You're doubling our intuition.
Alright. That's why I asked. You know what, Joel?
Nick, I want to bring your attention. I
no,
just sent
no,
you a
no.
message.
Yep. The security guards, Joel, take absolutely no notice of you.
Oh my God, I'm invisible.
Hell.
Alright, Russell, go for it.
Russell, can you still see me?
But you're
TJ?
not getting any bonuses because
No.
TJ, you still see me?
No.
You can't see me?
Yes, I see you. Shut up.
Oh, thank God. It's not too late.
Alright, let's see what happens here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Russell, you
Yeah.
got a catastrophic outcome. Your gun
Ah!
explodes.
Nice.
God.
You know what? You're standing right next to Joel. He's got the sword pointed at you. Your gun explodes. You each take 2 points of damage.
All right. All right.
Hey, at least I'm not damaged. Not yet.
Oh, you're damaged. You just don't know it.
That's what I'm saying. At least not yet.
TJ, they're firing at us. Quick, get into cover. I'm diving for cover.
Go for it.
He's diving for cover. I'm rushing to close the distance between them and me, and drawing the shotgun out.
Well, your shotgun exploded.
Okay,
Wait,
drag
that's
pull
fine.
my pistol. I grab my pistol.
Actually, no, that was... Yeah, no, your shotgun exploded. You pull your pistol. Cool. The security guards... Tracy, are you on the ground yet?
Apparently.
You're on the ground. All right.
Apparently. At least I'm on my knees. I mean, I'm getting
Two of
there.
them come forward. Okay, two of the
You're not the
security
sword
guards come
swallower.
forward. One of them puts their foot on your back. The other one starts handcuffing you.
What is this? Two
I guess the
men
other,
against one woman.
Gee,
I want to follow along behind TJ yelling, "It's not his fault. He's infected. It's not his fault."
Alright. Russia, your defense is what, 14?
14. 10.
9. 10.
9.
All
No,
right.
9.
9.
Yeah.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know what? You come within a hair's breadth of getting shot by the first guard. Second. The security chief. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's a catastrophic failure. One of the guards accidentally shoots one of his friends in the back. There are now 7 left. In this mad frenzy, as you're running forward, you've caused confusion, dismay. You're running forward. They can't seem to hit you, or at least the bullets are bouncing off your armor. And the security chief, for his part, he yells for 4 of the guards, the remaining 4, to get the suspect in the patrol car and away, meaning Tracy.
Okay, Nick.
Which I'll begin hauling her away next turn.
I have a question about our environment.
Yep.
Is this facility armed? Does it have turbo lasers mounted on the outside? Is there large pieces of mining equipment that can be adapted in emergencies? How far am I away from the nearest thing that could be a big weapon?
I'll tell you in 2 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know what, Russell?
Yeah.
That security chief is a bit of a crack shot. Take 2 wounds.
Alright.
Alright, let's see. How far away are you between the next... oh, that's too many dice. You have no idea.
I have no idea of what you mean him. Okay.
No. Joel has no idea where the big piece of mining equipment is.
Right.
Alright, so Tracy, we're back to you. You're about to start being hauled away.
Couple things. I don't even mean.
Okay.
Hang on.
You're handcuffed. You've got a foot on your back. You're unarmed. You're about to be hauled away.
Since the character is only 110 pounds and there's 2 men, I don't really know how much she can do with her hands behind her back. And a foot on it.
You could try asking them nicely not to.
That might work.
Suspect there's a significant negative penalty to that.
I would just tell them that it would be in their best interests not to. That not a threatening way, just, you guys really don't want to do this.
Because the aliens are attacking. Hello.
Tracy, I rolled a critical failure on your attempt to negotiate with them, and one of them stuffs and gags you.
Right, yay.
Russell, I think I'm invisible to Tracy too.
Alright, Joel.
I think you are.
Well,
Joel,
if I'm invisible, I should be able to attack these guys without any problem, right? I'm going for it. I'm gonna free Tracy.
Go for it.
Sure. Making a sword roll?
Yes.
4, 5, 6, 7, plus your extra 6.
Yeah, 13 total.
Alright, you got some nice gravy there. Alright, let's see how we're... doing... Yeah, you know what? You got a good drop on one of those guys. On one of the guy with his foot on Joanna's back. He no longer has a foot or a back.
Good job.
All right, Russell, what are you doing?
I'm going for the patrol car they were about to stuff her into.
Yep.
The plan is to steal the car.
Sure.
If anybody gets in the way, they get shot.
What's your shadow like?
Chocolate thunder.
5.
Let's see.
Chelsea couldn't stay away.
You know what?
You missed the best part, Chelsea.
I'm sorry, Russell.
Oh,
That's my luck.
And you trip over and drop your pistol.
Wow.
Pistols won't protect you from the aliens, dude. We need carbon dioxide. I keep telling you.
Alright. Alright, Russell.
Okay,
down
how
to the
far are
ground.
we from the
Are
environment
you resisting
processing
arrest?
plant?
Because two of them, one of them's going to put his foot on your back, the other one's going to handcuff you.
that's what's happening.
Damn, they move fast.
I want to swing
All right,
and
well,
kill somebody else.
I'm recovering my gun. Whatever
Yeah,
they're
so, okay.
trying to do, I'm recovering my gun.
You're trying to recover your gun? Alright. I'll give them a shadow roll then to attempt to, Oh. They also rolled a critical failure. You can have a free shot.
Okay, did I recover my gun?
Yep, you have recovered
All
your gun.
right,
You
one
can
of
have a free
one of
shot.
their heads is gonna explode.
Alright. Let's see, 7 and Gunston. And indeed it does. Alright, the other two... Okay, they've got one security guard there who had handcuffed Tracy. You've got another 4 that were going to haul her into the car. I mean, 4 guys for one little person. Overkill, but hey. You know, better to be safe and overbearing than sorry. Alright, instead of those 4, though, however, going to haul Tracy into the car, they're going to attempt to shoot you, Joel, or shoot Papercut, I should say.
They can't shoot me. I'm invisible.
Of course.
Of course, that's the logic I use with the police all the time. Alrighty. What's your defense like, Joel?
4. Oh, except I have armor of 1, so 5.
5. You take 1 wound.
No.
That'll be bad.
That's a miss. Nope. That's a miss. One, two, three, 4, 5. Joel, take 3 more wounds. Alright, Tracy, one of them is attempting to haul you into the patrol car. Are you resisting arrest?
Yeah, I'm digging my heels in as best as I can, unless he's got me up in the air.
Alright, what's your
Get
shadow
in
like?
the car. I'm going to steal it.
What's your shadow like, Tracy?
My shatter?
Yep.
4.
Oh. And one more. You are successfully resisting arrest. You're kicking, you're screaming. They can't drag you into the car. Alright. And the security chief, what's he doing?
I don't know. What is he doing?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to... You know what? He's probably going to try and shoot the guy with the sword. Or the guy with the gun. He's going for the guy with the gun.
Probably a smarter move.
Yep. How many of these guys are left? Let's see. There's probably what? There's 4.
By my count, 3.
3. We'll go
Yeah,
with that. There's
count 3.
2 around Joel. There's 1 around Russell, TJ, and there's 1 trying to haul off Tracy, and there's the Chief. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8,
That is us.
That pistol and a couple for being a gunslinger. Alright. He does not do too well. He shoots wild and misses. He's trying to not hit his own men. Tracy, what do you do?
What?
He missed. The lieutenant shot at TJ and missed.
And what do I do?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
Still
still
holding
trying
to the
to.
car.
Hit him in the balls.
Get in the
It says hit him in the
car.
balls.
All right. If it's the one that's holding on to me, kick him as much as I can. If it hits him in the nuts, then yay.
Kick away. You miss.
Figures.
Yep.
Must not have much balls.
No?
Huh? I'm slicing
No.
and dicing, man. Let's spill it.
Huh?
Go for it.
He has no nuts.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
But he was processed in a facility that has nuts, so you know you beware of that if you got an allergy.
So he has nut dust on him.
Joe, you got a good bit of gravy on that. We're down to. Whoop. We're down to what was it before? 4
It's now-
rounds, 3.
It's now one on me, one on TJ,
One
the
on
one that's
and
smaller.
one each, one apiece.
Yeah.
Russell, go.
Well, the one closest to me is gonna get shot,
Fair enough.
and immediately I'm gonna do a tactical reload, just because it looks cool.
Yep. I'll give you an extra dice because I like the looks cool. I tend to. It's not in the rules, but I tend to give an extra dice if someone does something that looks cool. But you can't actually like mediate that kind of stuff in the rules of a roleplay game, because cool's subjective, and what looks cool to me might not look cool to anyone else.
Go look
Probably
at
actually won't look
Wushu.
cool. Yes, really? Well, we're down to they have a security guard on you, Russell.
All right.
Joel's gone, Tracy's gone. Oh, it's their turn. You know what? I better roll to see if these guys, how spry they're feeling, how their morals doing. Wow.
You mean this guy?
You know what? They're gonna fight you to the death. They're amped up and ready to go.
All right, I'll give it to him.
All right. You know what? The law enforcement guy, last one left, who's fighting Joel, he's going to attempt a maneuver where he's going to attempt to attack both you guys. So he's going to try and snap fire 2 shots in one action.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not great, but it makes his dice pool significantly less for both. So first shot's going at Joel, and it's a horrible miss. Second at Russell, and his gun jams.
Okay.
Probably shouldn't have done that. Tracy, you're still struggling away. He can't get you into that car.
Yeah.
Go for the nuts again. They got to be in there somewhere.
I generally assume that all the armor in the future have cups on them.
I don't know.
Okay.
Have you seen it? Even my guy get kicked in the balls.
Well, does he have a head, like a helmet on or anything?
You would assume so, yes.
Headbutt his helmet anyway, Tracy.
What the hell would I headbutt a helmet?
It always works in the movies.
Yeah, no. If he didn't have a helmet, I'd try to headbutt his nose. Headbutt his nose. But if he's got on a helmet, it can't happen.
Get shot by the security chief. Huh. You're right, Chelsea. There hasn't been a cold shot yet. Oh, you hit him. There hasn't been a cold shot yet.
I've
You know what,
called
next time
several
we can do
shots
is-
to the head. I've
That's
called
true, you
several
have.
shots to the head.
He
Yeah.
did.
That's true, you have.
I just rented a summer house.
Maybe in chat flag with me that you're doing it as a cold shot, not just calling the shot.
All right.
All right.
All right, where are we? We're back at our turn?
Well, we're back to Tracy.
All right. My guy's going down.
Well, I mean, if he's got on a helmet and I can't headbutt him, I just got to continuously try to kick and scream and wiggle and writhe and all that.
I'm shouting to her, get in the car.
Tracy, you missed. It's Joel's turn.
Slice and dice.
Ooh. Joel, did you want to do the requested cold shot?
You know, I'm having so much success, I'm getting a kill pretty much every round. I don't see the need.
Fair enough.
I mean, I could decapitate him just to entertain Chelsea, but... Need for style. That's right. It's not enough to just decapitate him. I want to leave one ear. Over the left and under the right. Keep him down all night.
Well, you got the dice for it if you want to do that.
No, that's all right. I just want him dead.
Alright, he's dead. Russell.
Yes.
So now we're down to 2 and a chief.
So the chief is left?
And
And the guy trying to drag Tracy.
Right. The chief gets all of my attention. I whip out my stuff, add my arcana to my intuition.
You mean your gun, right?
No,
Do
he's
I?
got the stuff.
I've got stuff, baby.
Oh, the stuff! Yes, you've got
Yeah,
the
he's
stuff.
gonna whip out his
Go for the
stuff.
stuff. Yep.
So I'm adding my arcana to my intuition.
How many dice is that?
4.
4 to your intuition of 7.
And I am calling shot head.
Alright.
There you go,
7,
Tracy.
that would be a drop of... I'll just double check the call shot.
Look at Chelsea. She looks all serene and stuff now. Somebody's called a shot to the head. She feels happy. Either that or her image is frozen.
Maneuvers. Alright. Cold shot. That would be a drop of 4 dice for you.
Which brings me back to 7.
Yes, it does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go. How many ones is that? That's fucked.
Oh, shit. He said, how many ones is that? Don't
I
say
know,
that.
I heard. I heard.
I had to count, man. I had to count.
All of this awesome maneuvering and game mechanic crunching, and it's still a critical failure.
Welcome to the great random, man.
It's like rolling a nat 20 and then a 1 for damage.
It's a miss, Russell.
Are you
Just.
shitting me, Nick?
I am not shitting you. It is just a miss.
Run them over with the car. I kind of like
Yeah.
that.
You know what? He gets the bullet line along his cheek. You know, it just runs straight along it under his ear, and he looks pissed off. And he looks.
He's
at you.
pissed off.
He looks at you. You call that a cold shot, and he levels his gun at your head. This is a cold shot.
Oh! Oh!
So this thing.
There I am, stuff dangling out and everything.
If he dies, I get the vial in his pocket.
Russell, does your armor have a helmet?
Say yes! Say yes!
It's
You'd have some exposed face, wouldn't you?
very likely.
What's your defense without armor?
Defense without armor is 6.
You know what? He was going to show you a cold shot. It's not a cold shot. It's just a miss.
Okay. Alright, that was nice of you, Nick.
Just. No,
Okay.
it wasn't. Take the dice.
Ah.
They rolled back.
Alright.
Alright, my turn? Is it my turn?
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, that was his turn?
No.
It's Tracy's
It
turn.
goes back to Tracy.
Wait, the one's leading Tracy into the car. He gets his chance to try and...
Speaking of
You know what? He finally does it. Tracy, you're being shoved in the back of the car.
I'm still kicking him.
Fair enough, it's your turn. He's shutting the door.
plays you do, name a
Kick him, Tracy.
I have been kicking him. I don't know what else I can do.
Just there.
Yeah, maybe you'll get that up kick to the bridge of his nose now that you're laying across the seat.
Nope, the door's shut.
He shut the door.
He's shut the door. You're kicking, you're screaming.
Now
You're
you know what
have
it's
you
like
ever
for the
watched
dog at
protests?
Walmart, man.
I let my
Alright, Joel, your turn. Tracy's
All
in
right.
the car, the door's just been shut.
I'm taking the sword to the commander, dude.
You
Go
guys
for it.
need to get the dude that's got me in the car so he doesn't drive off with me.
Well, TJ's at the car. He's not going
Yeah.
anywhere if he can't fight through TJ to get in the driver's seat.
Get us out of here,
Here's a
TJ.
piece of dice. There we go. You know, oh, that's looking better. That's some gravy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
She does. She's got her Arcana tweak, though.
You get him, Joel.
I got him.
You got him. You got the commander.
You owe me, TJ. One
Russell,
vial
it's your
of
turn.
juice.
I get in the driver's seat of the car.
I'm gonna make you do a shadow roll. Your shadow's 4
5.
or 2, 5. All right.
5.
I'm gonna make you do a shadow roll. Whichever you or him, whoever gets the most successes. All right, you do. You're in the driver's seat before him.
I'm
Okay.
gonna dice him.
All right.
I'm gonna dice the remaining guard.
Go for it.
Right on.
Well, if they're all dead, they can't call for backup.
Yeah, and we can get to the air handlers faster.
You dice him.
Yay! To the air handlers, you guys. How far are we from the nearest air processing plant?
Just over the other side of the shuttle bay. Come on. Get in.
Dude, the shuttle bay won't help us. It's an alien invasion. I will get in the car, though.
Okay.
Are you happier about the body count now?
looking for a new marshal.
She didn't feel like we were killing enough.
Didn't
Oh
Nick,
my god, I forgot about
driving for
Yep.
the shuttle bay.
Okay, am I in the front seat or the back seat?
I don't know. Where we will pick.
Oh, I
Yeah.
want to be in the front seat next to Russell.
Your wish is my command.
All right, you're in the front seat next to Russell.
And we're driving to the shuttle bay?
No, man, we're going for the air handlers. Relax. But yeah, I'm driving for the shuttle bay.
Alright, I'm pulling my sword again and I'm putting it up against Russell's neck in the car. You have to let him go. You can't have him. I will kill him before I will let you have him.
Paper cut, you know you're threatening to kill me, right?
You know, I have to, Russell. TJ, you have the alien inside of you. I saw it.
Man, you're tweaked. And you know I'm a much faster draw than you, okay?
Yeah,
Put that down before you... And I'm driving! You kill the driver, you
Joel?
die too, you
Joel?
moron!
What's your vitality at?
what's my vitality? It's a 6.
Yep. All right. You feel really tired, Joel.
Okay.
Your character, Paper Cut just feels like exhausted. Russell, you can see him. He's sweating. He's sweating profusely.
Sweating profusely?
Yep, his pupils, if they're dilated before, man, you can't see any white now.
Alright, I don't know if you have maneuvers for this or not, Nick, but I'm pistol whipping him into unconsciousness.
Sure. We'll add.
And while you're
let's see,
driving,
one
no less.
While I'm driving, yes.
to the. All right. Russell, you're going to have to make a shadow roll to keep control of the car and split your dice pool with the
Someone
pistol whipping. The pistol whipping's
unhandcuff
getting
me.
3 dice.
No,
pistol?
hold on, Nick. Hold on. When I start hitting him, I jam on the brakes because that'll throw him into the dashboard too.
Alright, I'll have an extra 3 for the brakes. As well. So what's your shadow at? 5?
Yeah.
Mine? Oh.
Alright, so you can put 2 dice in one and 3 in the other. 2 to maintain control of the vehicle.
I'm not
Or
caring about
3
maintaining. I'm braking.
Okay.
Nick.
Braking? Sure.
Yeah. And hitting him. I'm not trying to maintain control. I'm stopping the car on a dime and hitting him.
And
Joel, what's
Tracy's
your defense
handcuffed
at?
in the back seat. What's
Yeah.
that?
Well, she's gagged. She can't say anything.
Yeah, I can't
right.
say anything. I'm stuck.
What's your defense at, Joel?
My defense?
Going out.
Yeah.
4. But wait, I had a sword on him. What happened to the sword I had on him when he started messing around with pulling out his?
You're all
pistol?
groggy and tired.
You are groggy and tired and...
Swords are not very good in such small spaces anyway.
Okay,
It's
Russell, is your intent to wound or to knock out?
I'm knock him out. It's a duel.
Alright. Joel,
Yes.
take 2 wounds and you're unconscious.
All right.
Yes, I'm handcuffed. I can do not a damn thing.
Alright.
I can't
With
say anything.
that, I take my
can't
entire-
do anything. I can just
Hold
sit
on,
there and get
Joel,
thrown
you have a
around.
sword on you though, so I'm going to give him... What would you do with the sword as this sort of is happening, Joel?
You know, I have to try to stop the alien invasion. I think I've got to go for the neck.
Because you're being knocked unconscious, I'm going to give you a 4 dice penalty.
Okay.
And didn't he just do a call shot?
Yeah, that was
He
a call
did.
shot.
That would be another 4.
Minus 4, right? Yeah.
So 8, so that would be minus 8. 13 minus 8, 6. 5. Oh, jeez. You know, I'm a doctor of literature, so math isn't my strong suit. It's really not. Like, you know.
You know, the upshot is that we're going to get Tool killed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joel, you miss with the sword. You're unconscious. The car goes into free fall. What are you doing, Tracy?
Did I kill him?
Not a damn thing except get thrown around.
Did I
I'm
kill him?
handcuffed.
What happened? I missed
I'm
it.
You missed.
No,
You got
I
knocked
completely
unconscious.
forgot that this was a hover car.
The car's going.
Let's hope I can recover in time.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna give you a shadow roll with a 2 guys penalty because you're concentrating more on knocking him out.
Fair enough.
All right. You managed to just at the last second maintain control of the car before you smashed into a building.
All right, good. We're now heading for the shuttle bay.
Cool. All right. So you head to the shuttle bay in a stolen security patrol hover car.
This is not going to be
Where there is security at the shuttle bay.
So, how do you unlock the handcuffs if you left all the bodies in the street?
Well, I'd say
With a
you can make
pistol.
an intuition roll to, you know.
This is part of our circus act, you guys.
I'm freaking Houdini.
That's right.
There are 10 security guards at the shuttle bay. Here's the thing as well, guys. Here's the question. You got here on a freighter.
You totally forgot. Oh, no, she didn't get me any.
Okay. Is it still there?
we're just gonna
Let's
pilot
see.
it.
High, I'm going to roll a dice. High is it still there? Low is it's not. It's still there.
Okay. So there's 10 security guards between
Yes.
me and the freighter,
Yes.
and I have a car.
That
Wait, I
that
can
is
see where this is
good observation.
Buckle up.
That's right.
You have a
That chance in the back seat, you guys.
Well, we're gonna be hitting them in the front. It's okay.
Oh yeah.
Where
How
are
long
we?
do I stay out?
4. I was going to go 4 actions. So let's see. One, let's see. One is to maintain control. One is to drive down the security guards. So the next two things that after the next two things that happen, yeah.
When I wake up, I want to puke in TJ's lap and then tell him that I love him.
I'm not the sword swallower. Stop it.
Alright. 5, 6, 7, and 1 for the engine. You like that? Never mind. Wow. That is, Russell, I'm going to show you this, because I've got 5 dice here that are 6s.
Woohoo!
Nice.
What are you rolling for? This is Russell running over people?
Yeah. And there's the extra one. And there's another couple of 5s. So you know what? I'm going to go that even though, you don't get them all. I mean, there's 10 there, you don't get them all. But at the same time, they are suitably demoralized by it. They're frazzled, they don't know what's happening, confusion, dismay. You have one more thing you can do, Russell. Maybe 2 things to do. You could possibly run into the freighter. You can definitely get out of the car and maybe get onto the freighter before they pull their shit together.
Well, that's kind of the plan.
Yep.
If I can get
Here's the question, because Tracy's handcuffed, so you'll need to open the door for her, and Joel's currently still unconscious.
That's their problem. No, just kidding. No,
He's got
I opened the door for her. I opened the door for her. She's conscious. She can figure out how to get out of a car in handcuffs. And I grab him by the back of his shirt and drag him with me.
Alright. Your shadows. I'll roll your shadow. You're doing so successfully, Joel. You regain consciousness to find PJ dragging you.
Okay, am I still of the same opinions about the world that I was earlier, or have I started changing thinking?
If you mean, can you still see an alien in Russell? You cannot.
Okay. Russell, we saved you! Oh my
Come
God,
on, crazy man. We got to get the hell out of here.
I'm so glad you're back. I thought you were gone for sure.
Me too, buddy. Me too. Shut up and get on the freighter.
Well, the freighter door is still open. You managed to drag him onto it.
As soon as Tracy follows behind, I close the door.
Yep. We'll say the shooting starts, but you should be able to at least get it going.
Can someone unhandcuff me, for God's sake? Can someone take the gag out of my mouth?
Wait a minute, let's think this through.
Oh, the hell.
Is it one of those nice ball gags, or is it... Never mind. Okay,
You know, I spend a lot of time on the phone with Tracy, and I just want to make very sure that taking the gag off is what we want to do at this point.
Okay, Joel, you're asking for it.
Take the gag off of her and push her towards the bridge. And head towards the bridge with her while we're trying to get the handcuffs off.
Yep.
Tool, I need you to talk. Tool, I need you to convince the pilot to get us the hell out of here now. Pull every bit of corporate weight you have.
Tracy's not speaking.
Well, you've got a very sort of nervous-looking pilot in there wondering what the hell's going on and why someone with handcuffs is in his cockpit.
Well, without being able to get my hand, I'm not letting these guys touch my ass for my ID or anything.
Well, he's just sitting there like, what the hell is going on? Are you trying to steal this? Is this man trying to steal this ship?
Right, I understand, but I have to get unhandcuffed first.
You can't talk without your hands?
I
You know, I'm the same
but he's going to ask for identification.
I'm working on the handcuffs. Just
and
start
I'm
talking.
not gonna let you guys get in my ass for my identification.
What would pose?
Tool, you're being a tool. Look, tell the pilot what we need. I'm working on the freaking handcuffs. Talk to the man.
I'm gonna talk
Hey,
to
Russell,
the
I'm going to make
pilot.
a roll to see if you can get the handcuffs off, and you do so.
There, their hands are free. Captain, we have
Now
a
she can talk
representative
again.
here.
I talk to the captain and I
you
tell
just,
him.
I'll
Now that
need
you
to
have
see
your
some
hands
identification.
Right, now I can pull it out of my pocket.
By the way, TJ just does one of those those face palm things. You know, like, oh God, slapping himself in the forehead, like, Jesus Christ, can we get our shit together? I walk away.
He looks at it, gives a bit of a squint. Yes, what can I do?
I need to convince him that we need to leave.
Do you want to make an intuition roll for that? Your intuition is 2?
Yeah.
Can I get back off the plane first?
Why?
Because they've got really great shit on this planet, and
you got a vial of it in Russell's pocket.
I'm not getting in Russell's pants for that vial. It's
He cannot adjust his schedule. The pilot can't adjust his schedule, he says.
No,
and
look,
he doesn't think he should leave while he's being shot at. He can
they're-
hear them at the door. He can see the security feed.
I can make money stripping.
You know you could get shot right now, right?
I can make great money stripping. They got the best drugs on this planet. This is everything that college wasn't. I just want to stay here. I'm done working for the corporation. But
what about all the aliens?
Look, you shot every alien I saw. They go down easy.
Can I make it worth his while money-wise, since I have the corporate account?
I will add a couple of extra dice then to Russell's roll to intimidate him.
Ooh.
Yes, you can. So a mixture of intimidation and bribery.
I mean, I just ran over a bunch of cops with a car. Come on, dude.
He kind of just gets going. And eventually, eventually he gets going. You get away from. They don't actually have too many defenses on the space station. You get away. You find yourself a little while later back in John Smithers' office. Have you arrived? When you arrive back on Earth, what do you do? What do you tell him?
Okay, it's like mushrooms, except like H.R. Geiger mushrooms. So I was really high, but instead of seeing like, whales or stuff like that, I saw aliens, and it was totally badass. And I'm going back, man, because with this body, I can dance for my living, and I can get high at night, and it can be me and the aliens. It was awesome. That was the greatest. Dude, you got to come with me when I go back. I'm serious about it.
He kind of just adjusts his suspenders and taps the vial with his electronic cigarette. So,
well, I haven't given it to him yet.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
All right, so you just told him. I assume you had by the fact that you told him like it's like mushrooms.
He was telling him that. I haven't given it to him.
He kind of just his brow kind of just his eyebrows just go up above his sort of V-shaped rimmed glasses. As TK's kind as as Paper Cut's talk, he goes, you know what, Paper Cut, could you just go check on could you get me a cup of coffee, please?
Yeah, totally, no problem.
Yeah, cool.
What, do I need to
Hey
mute
Joel,
myself?
take your headset off for a sec so you can't hear what's going on. All right, he turns to John Smithers turns to Joanna and TJ and just says, "What the hell is he on about? What happened?"
He's on about this, and then I hand the vial over.
See, are you going to hand the whole vial or the parcel vial?
No, Paper Cut drank the partial vials. All I have left is the full vial.
Oh, okay, so he drank both parcels?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's holding it up, so it's some sort of hallucinogen?
Exactly. Makes you see aliens.
Alright. So, what about Emily Brown? What
Dead.
about her research?
Well, she's
Gone.
kind of like dead.
Kind of like dead.
Yeah,
She's dead.
the kind of dead like a couple days old dead. Well, by
And
now,
your
4 or
research?
5 days old dead. She was dead when we got there. All I've got left to research is that vial and given the documents we found.
Alright, I'll have the boys in the lab look on it. I'll give you a call when it's done.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why would you call us when the company's research is done?
Because the company didn't authorize this. She was never working on a drug.
No, that's what she was working on. There are no aliens. People are seeing aliens.
He kind of just looks at you. So did you retrieve her notes?
No.
You have what we have, man.
We have what we have.
You've
Alright.
got the product she developed.
He goes, come over here, look at this. And at some point, I imagine paper cut comes back.
At some point.
I'll just say,
Yeah.
Dude, I got your coffee. You need to clean that machine. It looks just like the urinal.
Drinks the coffee and kind of sips it, puts it down on this. Tastes like it too. And anyway, he goes,
So, are we
just
going
goes,
back?
Come on, look at this. And he brings you around to show you his computer screen.
All
And
right.
he's got footage of you guys shooting up security staff on there. Exactly which part of the mission was this?
Oh, well, because the aliens infect people, right? And so to people who aren't in, they still look like people, but once you get on that plane, you can tell. Hell, he was one of them half the time. You know, I thought I was going to have to do him if he wasn't such a good friend. You know, I mean, we went to, back in '42, we spent the whole winter on the beach one time. It was, you know, I mean, we're tight. So even though he was infected, and she just didn't. She's just in handcuffs. I mean, you can see plainly she's not. But to the trained eye, those dudes were all aliens. Every single one of them. I'm totally straight.
Sword swallower.
Mathematically.
So, you kind of just. So what you're telling me is we have a dubious substance. We don't have a researcher or research. We don't have a return on our investment, and we've got footage of our employees having a shootout in a street.
Well, to make a point,
There's not 3 of us employees in a shootout.
to make a
I'm in
point,
handcuffs. I never got a chance to do shit.
to make a point, boss, I told you to begin with, there's no such effing things as aliens. Secondly,
they did
no
shit
one
like it.
identified us at all. I never showed a damn ID to anyone. So it doesn't come back on the company. Third, she was dead when we got there. Your intel was incorrect.
Look, dude,
You
I'll
sent
pay you.
us into a meat grinder, a hallucinogenic meat grinder. And finally, I brought you the fruits of her labor for your R&D to backwards engineer.
Dude, I'll pay you $20 for the contents of that vial right now. Straight up. I'm not even playing.
He kind of just ignores paper cut at that point, and he puts
Probably a good
the
idea.
vial on the other side of the desk, and kind of positions himself strategically between paper cut and the vial in a nonchalant way. He turns to TJ and it's kind of, look, the boys above my head, you know, they're going to put this down on your personnel review.
It
That's just
doesn't
the
matter.
way it's going to
I'm not coming out of the company ever anyway.
you know.
Okay,
Well,
I'll pay you
there's a difference
20
between
and I'll
running around the
split
universe
half with
a
you.
gun. There's just, you know what? I need another cup of coffee, paper cut. I need another cup of coffee, or you need to stop talking. One of the two. And you just gotta go.
pick C.
Just look. There's a big difference between running and gunning across the universe and sitting at a desk. I mean,
All right, I
no
pulled
one
my
wants to do
sword
that.
on this guy.
He kind of just half laughs and says, "Hey, imagine playing a roleplay game where you're sitting at a desk all day. How boring would that be?"
At this point, I turn and break the fourth wall and look at the audience.
The moral
Oh,
of this
and
story,
wink.
Look, okay, see my sword? Can I draw my sword? We can have this really ugly incident, or you can just give me the contents of the motherfucking vial. It's really simple. There's no reason for anybody to get upset right now. Just give me the vial, and I'm out of here. I'll bring you all the coffee you want.
Do you see how addicted this stuff is? This is why everyone's seeing aliens at that mining station. There are no aliens. You sent us in on a bogus mission with crap intel.
Look, do you like beer? It's a simple question. You like beer? What would you do for a beer? I mean, if you were really thirsty and you really wanted a beer.
Again, ignoring paper cut, he'll just be like, Smithers is just, okay, we'll note down in your personnel report that the intel was wrong, that you encountered undue dangers, and that your team was compromised early in the mission.
I think we deserve some hazard pay for this crap.
I am not compromised. I am made
We
complete.
send him to rehab, pointing at paper cut. And
Yeah.
we let him dry out. Look, he goes, look, I've got a yacht. I've got a hover yacht. Have you ever been to Mirror Ocean?
That sounds like fun. You want to go? Looking at tools.
It's terrible. The whales talk back. But I know a nice beach where they sell big umbrellas with little drinks.
Well, that sounds better than being on report.
Go away. I'll sort this out. I'll smooth it over with the boys upstairs. And he kind of turns to paper cut at this, then puts his hands on his shoulders and kind of gives a patron. Don't worry, buddy. We'll sort you out. And that's a pat on the cheek. Tim's up on my screen at the moment, so I'm trying to do it to Joel, but I can't see Joel. So it's kind of a patting Tim on the cheek when it's meant to be paper cut.
Okay.
All right. Does that finish us? Are we done?
That's finished. You're being walked out the door. Joel, paper cut's going to rehab for a while. If you want to save these character sheets to next time we do this, maybe next time we have a book come out for a Big Damn Dryden, note down that you've got an addiction to a drug called Afterlight.
Arthurolite?
Afterlight.
You spell it for me?
Afterlife, like after you're dead.
Oh, yeah, right on.
Russell and Tracy, your characters go off and spend some time on the sun and the sand. In the sun. No, under the sun, in the bright, warm light, and on the sand. You've got to be specific when you're talking about sci-fi. You're not being sent to the surface of the sun on a bogus vacation where you'll burn to a crisp.
Good. I'm glad that's not what's happening.
Very good.
Addicted to Afterlife.
Yep. Ooh.
Later on, when we're talking about this, I'll go, no, dude, I totally knew right from the start that there were no aliens, that it was just...
Yeah,
Well,
you were just playing along.
There might have been, there might not have been, but in this case, no, there were no aliens. That was the big twist.
Right, and I knew that.
Well, you've been doing that to throw the aliens off.
But you have to kind of respond like there is, because wouldn't your face be red if it turns out that there really were aliens and you just ignored it? No, it's hallucination.
Right, well, I got suspicious about the time that I turned invisible.
Yeah.
That probably there were no aliens.
yeah, you're just on a bit of a trip. Yeah, so thank you guys for playing. That was sort of our launch party session of Big Damn Dryden. And
all right.
Yeah, I think that wraps it up.
Awesome.
Well, so
It's,
anybody...
Thank Russell, Tracy, and Joel for playing.
Well, and thanks very much to our
Awesome.
kibitzers on the
Nice
side.
looking
I think the Manhattan people probably feel better about themselves now, having watched the.
Yeah, really.
Oh, so it's not just us. Everybody's making a mess of it. For those of you who are watching this later, we are currently for sale on KDP and RPG Now in ebook form, and probably by the time you watch this, will be available on Amazon, RPG Now, Kindle, Kobo, everywhere, blah, 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 with print versions. I don't think the Kickstarter is actually expired yet. If you wanted to race over there right now and back that Kickstarter, the stretch goal is free versions of the Bleeding Mind, which is the first expansion. Let me just see if that Kickstarter is kicked off yet. I think it's got a couple hours yet. No, we have 9 hours to go. We're at $340, and if we get to 500, then we give away the free Bleeding Minds expansion. But who you should really back is you should go out there to Kickstarter and back MoatCon, which is Russell's convention. That convention is going to happen whether Kickstarter funds or not, but as everybody's well aware, these things get more expensive every time you talk about them. And we're trying to help Russell stay ahead of costs and diffuse costs with that Kickstarter. Everybody who backs Russell's Kickstarter at any level will get the introductory version of the game, which is everything but character creation. So it comes with all the maps and the timeline of history and so on and so forth. It is completely playable.
We should also add the pre-made characters and an adventure.
Exactly.
Yes.
And everybody who attends MoatCon will also get a copy, as well as some awesome swag from Daniel B. Hunt in celebration of the launch of his book, Eclipsing of Cyrus C., which happens in the same science fiction universe that we were playing in, although with a lot less drugs and more sort of actual serious storytelling. An excellent novel. I read it. I read it in Rough Draft and loved it in Rough Draft, and read it again in Final Draft and still loved it. So an excellent novel. Let me ask everyone: have you had fun tonight? Is this enjoyable? Are you enjoying being a part of the Dryden experiment? What could we be doing different? You've got the powers that be all on the desktop with you. What would you tell them if you just had that moment?
You might want to unmute yourselves.
Yeah, really, guys.
I thought you were going to tell me that I was muted, and I was like, oh my god, you guys just said that.
Yeah, all of that. No one heard it, man. Nobody heard you. Just us.
You guys are over on Facebook texting yourself. How long do you think it'll be before he notices? Dude, he's been going for 30 minutes.
Nick, I've been a role player, GM, and player for over 30 years. I think you've got a pretty interesting system here.
Thank you.
And not just that, but I enjoyed the setting. It's a bit cyberpunk. It's a bit hard-in sci-fi. I think you got a great potential here. All in all, I think you guys have a great product, great package. Nick,
Awesome.
good job on the system. I want to take a look at Big Damn Sci-Fi. I played narrative and simulationist role-playing games for decades, and I see potential for a mixture of both here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cheers,
And
man.
Big Damn
Cheers.
Sci-Fi is available out on RPG Now, right now, and Drive-Thru RPG. So, by all means. Also, there are quite a few expansions to Big Damn Sci-Fi out there. There's an Omega Ball expansion. There's an Alien Species expansion. What is that called, Nick?
There's the Anthology of the Other that isn't actually done by me. That's done by Don Van Osdald of Van Dragon Studios. Don is he's a Drydener. He also holds a license to Big Damn Sci-Fi. Let's see. There's also that Damn Dirty Word that isn't actually an Alien Species expansion. It's a human expansion because the base game of Big Damn Sci-Fi does not contain any humans, only aliens.
Awesome.
Nice.
There's also a Crown of Stars Volumes 1 and 2 floating around out there, and that's a political expansion. It puts you in the seat of the Emperor and similar figures.
Dun, 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 dun. And then if you really, really want to entertain yourself, Nick has written this extremely interesting and entertaining game called Frankenstein Atomic Frontier. And from the name, it only gets more interesting. It is an entirely genre-challenging experience. The play itself is very unique. And novel in function and form, and there's just something about Frankenstein monsters and chaps that is a little bit beyond fabulous, whatever the next point over that horizon is. So I personally recommend Frankenstein Atomic Frontier, which, if we can plug even a little further, Stacy Moll, Nick's wife, has done a very interesting photographic series that you should look up, which are people dressed as characters from Frankenstein Atomic Frontier, which has been showing around in Australia. Nick, you want to talk about that a little bit?
That's actually just wrapped up at the end of last month. It was part of the Ballarat Photo Biennale, which is a biannual photo exhibition inside the whole city. It spreads the city wide in Ballarat, which isn't actually that big a place when you actually get down to it, but it's a citywide diffused photo exhibition where they have exhibitions at various locations all around the city, and Stack's portion of it was in our local comic store, Heroes HQ, where she presented the Frankenstein Atomic Frontier shoot. But aside from that, we had, like, sort of, as I said, it goes all over the whole city. It's a really, if you ever come to Australia, come into Biennale, you come down to Ballarat, check it out. Like, they even had shipping containers put in town squares that had sections cut out of them and rubber inserts for photos printed on rubber.
Right on. So that's awesome. I guess the other thing that we should plug while we're here, there's actually a couple things. We've got modules coming soon in the Big Damn Dryden setting. We have the Bleeding Mind, which is the Psychic Rules expansion, and I think there's a talk about expanding into some of the characters or some of the environments that Dan has created with the Federation and the Consortium. And also maybe with Il Soltaire, and then of course the IDF, who I'm a big fan of, is the Interspecies Defense Fund. So a lot of expansion going on, and Damien, who has been sitting so quietly for so long, is one of the authors of The Rise of the European, which happens in the year 2700, so about 190 years after Big Damn Dryden, where the alien that lives in the undersea ocean of Europa rises up and challenges humanity for control of the system. Tracy and Dan are also authors in that book, and we expect to have that book in print before the 1st of December. So a lot of very cool things coming, a lot of awesome things already happening, obviously. Nick, I want to thank you for hosting. This is a novel and unique way to have a release party, and it was Nick's idea, so let's props to Nick.
Does anybody have anything to say to us before any of us leave?
Right. Do we have any last comments or thoughts? What I'll do is I'll stop the broadcast, and then if we want to BS for a little while, so this would be sort of last official comments, thoughts, feedback on the game, that sort of stuff. And hearing none, I'm going to take us off of the air. Everybody's free to sit around and BS for as long as you would like, depending on what time zone you're in, I guess. But everyone who has joined us, thanks very much for being a part of the Dryden experiment. We are a Creative Commons publisher. Publishing experience. Anybody's welcome to come in and work with our materials, just like Nick has done for Big Damn Dryden. We just need you to credit us and to make the things that you create available under Creative Commons also. So if you liked what you saw tonight, if you made it through however many hours of this is, and you're still watching, please get in touch with us. I'm at Dryden Experiment at Yahoo, which is DrydenExperiment at Yahoo. Of course, you can find us anywhere on Facebook, and Nick is at Owlman. So get a hold of Nick if you'd like to talk to him more about the games that he builds.
Yeah, Owlman is on Facebook, and that is probably the best spot to get a hold of me.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks everybody for participating tonight. Especially thank you to the guys who sort of sat over on the side and added their elements. It was a lot of fun to kind of have the Manhattan play group represented and talking about. I don't know if people watching the video could see, but we were taking some sort of critical comments from Manhattan because we hadn't killed anybody. Our body count was too low. And what Manhattan didn't explain is that they actually substitute their own bodies into that count. So those numbers are a little misleading, but not that I'm digging back at Manhattan or anything. Anyway, thank you all very much for participating tonight. This has been a lot of fun, and I hate turning this broadcast off, but we'll let it go for tonight. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Joel.